weird.
That'd hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, he didn't feel anything.
Good for
Welcome to the Wileyverse.
Hey,
Sorry for that. Is everyone in frame? Everything's good?
it's illuminating.
Yay. Would you want to get the allergy medicine off the field?
What's happening? I was like, how can you see this?
Welcome to the Wileyverse. We are back after a week hiatus due to unforeseen circumstances. That whole thing called life. Life. Tonight's broadcast is not brought to you by Asahi, but we're open to sponsorships.
Unless Canada Dry, America's favorite ginger ale, is hiring or sponsoring.
That's what it says. America's favorite.
That's what I says. It is America's favorite. I speak for America.
You do speak for America.
I drink
It's
American
not
Canada Dry.
Vernon's.
Not with Canada. Don't listen, Canada.
Also, Riff's reference there. Vernon's.
That's fine, you guys.
All right. I updated the little thing. After rescuing a town from drow raiders, the party continues their journey to Neverwinter to find a dwarven forge capable of forging god metal. What would we call it? Platimantium? Platimantium. All right. So in the Wileyverse, we are running DnD 5th edition. The group is entirely composed of Dragonborn from Tyrmanther. Their land under siege from all around, pushed back to the sea. This group has gone on an epic quest to try to save their homeland. With me, as always, is Robert down at the end there.
Hi.
He is playing Rofros, the Undaunted.
That's true, I am.
The favorite color
Anything you
is...
want to say?
Is it's actually deep green, but
His favorite quote is...
what is his favorite quote? Are you gonna go somewhere with
I don't
that?
know. If he was found on a desert island, he would say...
What two things would he bring to a desert island with him?
I'll have to think
A scroll
about
of
that
town
one.
portal and a...
Yeah, right.
Town portal.
I used to get mad. He was mad because I always said my girlfriend or wife's purse. My wife's purse. They're like, what? Why? I'm like, it's got sunscreen. You got to change the
It's got
socks.
everything.
There's like 6 bucks and change in there. It's so big, you tear the leather apart, make it just serape with it.
Rofros is a paladin of Bahamut.
Bahamut.
Yeah, I was about to go Dragonlance on it, and you'd have been a paladin of Paladine.
Paladin of Paladine.
And that's the dragon god there. Yeah, Bahamut.
Dragonlance is a silly place.
Yep. Next to him is the rustic Xeranax, the rustic Mitch. It's your yeah.
What makes me rustic?
You're a lumberjack and you're okay. You sleep all night and you work all day. You dress up in women's clothing and you hang around in bars.
I do like 90%.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm
I'll let you
okay.
figure out the other which 10%.
Playing Xeranax, the Underhanded, who in the clan that they all come from, did his stint for the clan instead of in the military or another pursuit. He went off on a merchant trading vessel and explored the world. So
now he talks funny and talks everybody out of everything they want to do.
yes, he is an arcane trickster rogue. And to my ghostly left, is Dayton, who is running. I just completely lost it. Savroth, because I keep wanting to say.
Took 1 week off. I'm like, his name is
Right there. I wanted to say Goldath, and then my brain went, "That's not right," and I'm like, "But it is right."
It is right.
Partly,
We're technically
Savroth, a priest of Bahamut of the Goldath clan, which everyone here is a part of. He is a lord of the Goldath clan, a priest of Bahamut, and the leader of this heroic quest.
I have to say that I'm just excited that I got the pointing right on the camera. Where I was like, his name's right there.
Right.
His name's right there. My name's right here. I'm like, yeah.
You're not a prince.
Wiley's,
You're not
Wiley's over here.
I think I'm being loaded in.
Last and least, I am just the humble GM, Wiley, and also the enigmatic and unhelpful NPC.
I thought the
Ayasa.
fireball was pretty helpful.
It was pretty
She's
helpful.
been much more helpful than a couple of other NPCs.
Ayasa is
Mostly through
a
involvement.
wizard, and she is kind of crazy. Our group, they have set off from their homeland to save their homeland. They have found a relic, possibly of the god Bahamut, and now they're trying to figure out what to do with this big hunk of platinum
Well, we know
metal
what we're
thing.
going to do with it. We're going to forge it and quench it and consecrate it.
And twist it,
Tempt those
and bop
things,
it, and turn it.
Load it.
Do it.
Aim it.
They're currently on their way to Neverwinter. They had a small detour because of drow and frost giants. But that's a big but. They're going to get back on the road shortly. But after leaving the cave and reuniting the townsfolk with their frost giant, which is a weird thing to see and hear about, on the way getting them home, you realize that the two prisoners, the two Cult of the Dragon prisoners you had made their escape from your cart. They have ransacked your cart.
Ransacked it?
Yeah, they've taken valuables from it so that they can... Who knows what?
Are my pastries still there? Or?
Pastries?
No. Okay. I was hiding.
Almost all of your treasure was in the bag.
Okay.
So all of your
all the
valuables,
treasure was
but
in
your
my
pastries, they were probably moldy, but also gone. Some trade stuffs and things like that you had in the back of the cart, they took.
Oh,
Anything
right.
they could carry.
Like that silver?
No, that's in the bag.
That's all in the back?
Yeah. All the actual, valuable stuff is in the bag.
Also, it's really weird to me that he's holding the bag of holding.
It is, holding the bag of holding. Why is it weird to you? Because you're the thief and you want to hold it?
I want to hold it so
You
bad.
can take it.
I can't take it.
You could be the one holding it.
Although knowing
The burden is
Zernax's
mine.
Zernax's rolls, it's like you fail and somehow strangle.
Who's the note taker and treasure keeper?
Not me anymore.
Oh, you?
What?
All right.
Am I?
Do you have a page of the last treasure you got? Because you defeated the worm spawn, the dragon spawn,
Oh, yeah, I have it written down somewhere
see.
here. So I guess it is me.
the silk and the
Yeah. Yeah, a book of common dragon
Yep,
lore.
yep.
Oh, that's
You-
the sound of that.
These are great records, but
You
You
ready?
got 4
This
bolts
guy.
of silk.
Ready for more? Because this is what you've taken and is awarded to you from the townsfolk.
we need some sort
From
of
the
music
drow.
for this.
34 copper,
Sweet.
347 silver, all from various lands and cities and mints. Probably all slave taken. 92 gold, 2 platinum,
All right, PP for that.
PP, 6 agate, worth 10 gold each.
Agates?
Yep.
Hey,
A gate, agate. Volume.
Well,
3 bloodstone, worth 50 gold pieces
What's
each.
a bloodstone?
stone looks like
red.
blood.
It's not a ruby.
No.
It's no ruby.
It's a little darker.
That's no.
False rubies.
A
Look at that ruby. You know that reference is getting old now.
It is.
what
2009.
reference is getting old?
I get
I
that
get that
reference.
reference.
Oh,
it's from the
it's-
first Avengers, 2009. So we're
get that
at
reference.
9 years. It's
A
that
velvet
reference.
banner.
A velvet banner.
Yep.
Oh. Is it like their heraldry?
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do to this guy?
It just
It'll
the
come
the
out.
quality alone is worth 250 gold, but its meaning might
I was gonna say for me,
make it a little bit more difficult.
It's a false flag for me.
Material worth, would you say?
250 gold.
Oh, it's a drow.
Yeah, it's a drow
Yeah, I
heraldry.
can't use that
Yeah,
shit. They're like, who's that really lizard-looking drow?
Is it pretty?
it is.
Who's
It's
the
got
wrong
like
color and can't
almost like
see in the dark?
webbing pattern in the background.
Wedding pattern.
with what it has a solid wavy line going through it, and you think it might represent a snake over a web, and you're not sure.
Oh, those drop. I know. Okay.
Yeah. A bloodstone set of animal figurines.
Bloodstone figurine set, like a nativity set kind of thing.
No, just and it's underdark critters. So there's like
worms and
spiders and
little mushroom man.
The set itself, because of the craftsmanship, you estimate would be worth also around 250 gold.
What's that jingling?
It's a bandy. Hang on. And a gold ring set.
My goodness.
With small gemstones embedded. Oddly enough, also you just estimate around 250 gold.
That's odd to estimate it.
I'm the one appraising.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
they're terrible at appraising.
It's 250.
One
it's
of the
me
gold.
looking over. I'm like, I don't know. On the scene,
There is a
250 of the human bodies.
A gold ring in that set that doesn't have any gemstones, and seems kind of shinier and in better condition than the rest.
Shiny ring.
And you suspect magical.
Magic.
Anything free from
Also,
the bartender.
a set of
Same
spider
idea.
silk boots.
Dibs. Dibs.
Spider silk boots.
Oh,
Put them on.
baby, trying them on.
Put them on over your boots. You rip them.
Oh.
I thought silk was supposed to be strong.
All right.
Did we? Oh, we didn't actually have any. Okay, never mind.
Huh? What?
I was going to ask if we added the coin wealth to our, but we didn't actually find any coins.
You did find coin last time, but I added it right to your character sheets.
Oh, okay.
This time I did not.
That's what I say. The D&D Beyond. We're not looking for sponsorship, candidate, right? But D&D Beyond gives our DM. Yeah, that's where my actual sweaty drink is. This is also a sweaty drink.
Yeah, there's a bunch of coasters right in front of it. Like you were literally had them sitting in front of the coaster stack.
Use a coaster, man.
They're really cool coasters. They have nerd themes to them.
Really, the point is because this is the old microphone is much louder than it is here. Also, papers.
Cool.
Were you trying to plug D&D Beyond?
I was trying to plug D&D Beyond.
I want to plug. Eventually, I want to try to affiliate with drive-through, RPG drive-through. Or RPG.
Anyway, he keeps adding our money to us.
But I didn't this time. So you will, if you want to just leave it in the pool for now, I will add it to your character sheets.
Sure. All right. I'll hold on to the pool.
So, and then we'll stricken it from your records next week.
I got my little dragon glasses on. I'm just like kind of accounting it all.
All right. So you are now prisonerless, but you still have a cart with an ox. If you want to keep it, you don't have to. You can leave it with the townsfolk.
How would we do that?
Because you have your chargers and it slows you down.
We can move faster without it.
That's true. What about all the goods are in Savros' bag?
Correct.
All right, cool.
Say sack.
Savros' sack. Cool. Yeah, let's ride.
Well, we need to Savroth for the decision about the card.
Oh yes, that's right.
Getting ahead of yourself.
We forget that
He's
he's in
insolent.
charge sometimes. We're like, hey, what should we do?
I put him down. He was
oh wait,
insolent.
now that we've discussed for 20 minutes.
Please don't.
Hey,
Please
Lord
don't fall for
Savroth,
me.
who yawns at our intentions.
There's a nice
me.
D&D loot crate shirt on, by the way.
Excellent. Man, we are fucking begging for sponsorship tonight.
I'm wearing my Destiny Cade
Do you want to show us your
Cade
DC
6
shirt, Galen?
off screen. Don't mind that
Great
guy.
channel. It's a great channel.
It's in here.
And George Lucas, if you're watching.
It's in here. It's in here.
Oh, he's getting undressed.
Also,
Yeah.
Dishonored, right?
Dishonored.
Also a big fan of Dishonored. All right, so and that's pretty much a lot.
Now that we've got all our nerd peacocking out of the way, what do you want to do with the cart?
Might as well. You know, people have been through some crap. Let's leave them the ox.
Hey, humans!
Right? Is that what we...
With an oxen and a cart.
We're dropping the cart.
Yeah.
We should give the cart to them, and then I'll give the ox to the giant.
We,
Oh.
we no longer have...
Well, that was dope.
I'm sure that those people will be very happy. Oh, yes. A cart.
We no longer have the necessity
I
of
guess
using
it's
cars
the
without
opposite.
all this other crap and these prisoners, so
That's all this village needs.
let them use it if they may. And
They'll take it like
So are you brushing the trade goods in the cart aside too? Like we're giving them that as like a reward?
it was just the stuff that was already in the cart. It wasn't the treasure you got and noted as worth and wrote down. Because that you put in his bag.
Sorry, I got very...
Did they take the rope that they were bound in?
What's left of it, yeah. Part of it looks like it was chewed through, but also cut at the same time.
They got metal teeth. I didn't check the teeth. Forgive my negligence, my lord.
Ridiculous.
Well, any of us could have bitten through that rope.
What are you suggesting?
We have sharp teeth.
No.
Xernax is like, fuck these guys. Alright, let's do it.
That's okay. It's better off. I didn't really want them along, but I didn't feel like killing them.
It would have bode ill.
No, but now they'll tell their masters. Either they'll escape and have fine lives, or they'll go and tell their masters, and our deeds will be known by them, and they shall fear us.
May they face Bahamut.
Yeah, that too. Watching the dog play. Okay. Yeah. All right. I show my account of the goods to Savov. Is this to your liking, my lord?
yeah.
Okay.
I make small monetary corrections.
Don't you touch my ledger!
Acid.
Did you just blow acid on it?
Is there any interaction we need to...
You can't ask the GM if there's something we need to do.
No, there's no interaction they have to go through. You stay the night. They, free room, food,
Yeah,
a
we had
little
a
small
party.
celebration.
Is there something else we need to do while we're
But otherwise,
No.
There's like two more
Same with
quests.
were
You
people,
have
like,
it.
some of the people in this town, like...
seen off in the morning.
Did they do that weird dancing thing that those people were doing in the clan holdings before we left?
They do dance. Yeah, they celebrate that they're alive and not drow slaves.
I'll never understand humans.
Can I take note of the dance moves? Actually, you should take note of the
I didn't take a note of this bizarre display.
Then we ignore the human's display of affection.
I mean, you can. You're the underhand. You get down in the weird things.
Alright, I make mental note of their dance moves.
All right.
But don't.
Well, the next morning you can set off as early as you would like.
Crack of dawn.
Sounds good.
All right.
I wake up a little bit later. Heavy sleeper. Heavy sleeper. We
In
went over
Rofrost
this.
fashion,
Yeah.
we drag him out of bed when it's time to go,
Yeah.
asleep in his armor.
As for Squire to don my armor,
There isn't any. You slept in your armor
I really miss home now.
because you can't take your own armor off.
Oh, it takes so long by yourself. Have you ever seen me do this? Look at me. Watch me do this.
When
Takes
people eventually
forever.
show up, thank you again for following us and watching this stream.
You guys get on your Onyx Chargers and head off.
Yeah.
Eventually, the forest kind of sparses out but closes in, and you're no longer on like the kind of large open grasslands that were, the southern mountains and northern inner sea area. You're getting towards the coast, kind of a little bit more misty, humid. Some snow flurries start coming down. You're wending your way through, like I said, sparse woodlands almost, and the path isn't as straight. It still is wide and is trodden, but it's going through parts of forest and this and that. Not thick, but there's trees here and there, and the path has to move to accommodate them. so you're not getting a good view of, miles down the path that you used to.
My dragon
Out
response
Little
to
Rock.
us. That
That's what I said. That was the first thing I said.
Little Rock was the name of that town, right? I think we eventually learned.
That's where my family's from. In real life.
I'm to explain a lot of Zero next time.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's funny because my mom's mom is adopted, so we have an Arkansas family tree.
Huh.
It only branches on one side.
I don't know if I
reference.
actually.
I found that out in 10th grade. It was really odd. I'm like, hey, make a family tree. Oh, no.
Turs the Tiny. I don't know
So
if I ever
Weeping
named
Willow.
the village, but Little Rock is fine with me.
Oh, okay.
No, Little Rock. If you haven't got Little Rock written down anywhere, then Little Rock was the name of that village. Then, yeah. I've told that story twice on camera now.
Sure.
They don't talk about
So
slow.
yeah, because there was that in the village. There was like that one stone.
Mm-hmm. And
That was.
It was told to us by that giant.
Like at least that's what he called it.
Yeah.
And then
It's good
I told
enough
that
for me.
story, and then it led to the slow pea story.
Oh yeah, the slow.
I thought peeing led to your slow peeing story.
Can't it be both?
All right, so
Little column A,
moving
little
on.
column B.
moving on. Oh man, I don't even know if I want to have another non quest line encounter.
So snowy alpine kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
You know you're on the right course when your GM's like, I don't know if I want a non-quest encounter. Like, should we just move on to the quest?
Yeah.
Because these fucking guys.
these guys.
These fucking guys. By these fucking guys, he means you. That's the right answer. That's racist, Galen. Don't do that.
Is it getting snowier than where we left off?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well this can't be the way to Neverwinter. I checked the map.
This can't be
I
the
should
way
have made
to
that
know.
joke earlier.
Ah, did you?
Yeah, there's a couple. Remember we fought over who got to claim the joke.
Oh yeah.
The map you have is useless at this point because it was only for Cormier up into.
I'm still using it though.
It's sticky at this point.
We technically have comments, but they're from in the room.
The best.
These
I saw them
fucking
popping
guys.
up, and I was like, "Is that somebody who watches?" Whatever.
Now
As
that
soon
I
as
know I
saw
can
the
buy
name, I was like, wait a minute.
now that I know I can buy like one of those monitors like $100, I'm gonna get one, plug it into this, and have it sitting out over there that
Cool.
just has your chat on it.
Yeah, they're decent monitors. I mean, I'm just waiting for pixels to start going out on them.
Yeah, and that doesn't matter for just using it as
super
a
chat.
display screen.
I'm thinking like this at this point, this thing's probably never off. Actually,
No, mm-mm.
Well, my monitors haven't been on for.
But I mean they go to sleep. But yeah,
I'm so far behind at times.
yeah,
Gotta catch up with
I
that
was
shit.
afraid you guys were gonna recognize my name.
yeah, because we know who you
Because
are.
you giggle while
I
you
was-
type. Like,
I
you're
was
laughing
hoping-
off screen like, ha ha. Like, that's probably Galen.
You think we can read that from you?
No. What I was hoping is that there's a delay on the video.
There's a delay on the
There
video.
is.
So I was hoping that like you would say something, and
But
I
the
type it
delay
out,
is,
and
like,
then
5
somebody else would look at it and be
seconds.
like,
It's 30 seconds.
I don't know what he was gonna say.
I don't think we should allow the camera crew to talk on the show anymore.
He's camera crew?
That's it. Lights off.
It's like our only camera crew is Wiley, so you can't talk anymore. The GM's like,
Now it's our
Success!
game. Yeah, we
This
win. We won the
game
D&D.
sucks.
Yeah, good.
Unfollow.
It is wooded, but not heavily wooded.
Just right.
Just right. It's starting to snow flurry. It's
We're still
colder.
playing. It's okay.
Never quinter.
I was
come
desperate
on.
to get it
Get
out.
your shit together.
I like this good,
and winding because it's avoiding, trees and embankments and such. So,
Is it hilly, flat?
yeah, it's a little bit rougher, but there's no steep inclines, or you're not hiking or trekking. It's this is still what merchants use to push large caravans, product laden carts through.
Let's ask the archaeologists, as you get towards the coast, you usually hit a rocky patch before it starts to smooth as a steady decline. Yes, no, yes.
I don't.
Geology
And geography are completely different things.
Archaeology is even more
I was
different.
like, I took Japanese in college. Like, can you read this Chinese tattoo? No, man. God damn it.
You do know that China and Japan are two different countries, right?
Are you Chinese or Japanese?
You speak sign language. What does this mean? I bet it's a middle finger. It is middle finger.
I really don't know what I want to do now. Like, do I want to throw another? Okay.
I rolled on something.
You did.
Encounter.
All right. So you guys are going through, and again, you don't have as much view space as you did before. It wasn't like the roads you were on before. You could see to the horizon because it's just grasslands and straight road. Even when the forest started kind of closing in, it was still a path between or next to forests that was on open grassland. You've kind of gone into wooded area now, and it's just, there's no avoiding it. There's the north coast of the Sword Coast, or the north of the Sword Coast, is just kind of heavily wooded. So as you're winding through these passages and catching a glimpse of the road ahead of you, make me perception checks.
Well, yeah, I get to roll.
That's something I'm good at.
I'm looking over my ledger.
You haven't done your new spell yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Also, just a reminder, because last time there was something that we missed that could have changed the way the encounter is. Might want to take a chance to look over your stuff, look over your abilities and skills, your current gear. Did you do anything with that ring?
I passed it. If we decided that if we felt that it seemed magical, we'd probably pass it to Yasa.
Okay. She looks at it and seems that she says it has some sort of, is it abjuration? Is that
protection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has some sort of abjuration on it.
Ooh.
I say.
Gimme. What?
I say we give it to our Lord.
Oh, of course.
Patron.
Yeah, he is the
Savroth Goldoth.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with it? Yasa asks.
What is this ring again?
It's got some type of abjuration. It has some type of protection or ward on it. So it's going to help defend or keep safe whoever.
And you've been hurt helping us a lot, so that's why I said
Yeah, I've never. No, there was one time we got hurt pretty bad. That was when
Does it match your
That's when he jumped out the damn window and left me all in the
I do like to jump in the danger.
Jumped out the window like, I'll distract it, my lord.
That was a
and
super
it came
weird
through the ceiling.
encounter because I saw my Lord fly out of a
dang
window and I was like, continue attacking.
No, you saw him fly out a window.
Oh, that's right.
And then you saw
stairs.
then you saw the room that your lord was in burned to the ground.
Naked, that's right.
Yeah.
All of you thought you lost him because you saw the room collapse.
What a great encounter.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was a tough day. That was. Anyway, did you
Okay,
roll perceptions?
Attempt to figure out what it is.
She doesn't have the necessary components. You have enough money to buy the components you'll need, but you need to get someplace to actually to buy the components to identify.
What about Zero Max, my lord? And I'll punch him.
I was gonna say, that it obviously Ayasa's opinion should be taken into consideration. But if you want to know what it really does, I could wear it for you.
And I'll punch you.
And then he beat me to it. Literally beat me. Hey,
my lord.
some of my favorite interactions are actually waiting for you to decide.
Most abjurations would be really hard to to notice if you're just gonna like put it on someone and start hitting him, going, "Does this feel any less hurty?"
I don't know that.
We just wrestle. I was a little less turned on this encounter, so I'm not really sure if this ring had anything to do
It's
with that.
like an abstinence promise ring.
I say let's. How about I also just hold on to it?
Okay. She puts it on.
And I punch the Yas.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Just enough of
I'm not going to punch the Yas.
Did you claim
the
the spider silk boots?
I would really like the spider silk boots.
Are you okay with him having the spider silk
I'm
boots?
okay with him having spider.
I put those spider silk.
You put those bad boys on, they fit like a glove, or actually like a boot. It would be weird if they fit like a glove.
Yeah. I was like,
This doesn't feel right at all.
There's like a little thumb coming out the side, like, what the fuck?
my big toe is weirdly like separated from the rest of the shoe.
Okay. So you put them on. They're black. They're smooth. They've got like a kind of almost a silver sheen to them, but they're not bright or like light catching or anything like that.
You've made these boots sound sexy enough that I'm like twisting my hair.
Yeah, like
spiders look good.
they feel really nice, and you feel really quiet while you're wearing them.
Except for that slapping sound the thumb makes on the ground.
What's weird is when he's like, oh, that feels weird. He clenches his toes. The thumb clenches too. And you're like, ah! Did I just grow a foot thumb?
I sneak like this.
They're called boots of monkey feet. You can now have completely prehensile feet.
That'd be cool. You can climb trees really well. Like
Grab stuff,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pickpocket under the table and stuff.
I'd wear
Every
those.
time we
Of
rest, I'm
course
like
you would.
taking the boots off, like, oh,
Where does the thumb go?
It feels like it's still there. But
All right.
My toe looks like a hang 10.
So, you take the boots.
I take the boots that hopefully
They look
don't
really nice.
misshape
All right,
me.
so what did everyone give their perception checks?
19.
Did you get a natural 20? I saw you put it down on natural 20.
No,
Yes.
you rolled
got-
12 plus whatever.
17.
17.
5. No, I'm sorry. 7.
Ooh.
Alright.
So, yeah, you're
No,
you're
still
snout
shitty.
deep in your
You
journal.
notice the weather.
So, you get a 19
19.
Slightly snowier.
modified.
That's modified.
Okay. So, you two both notice something ahead. You notice the action it takes. So you notice movement up ahead. You see what happens. So you come around like a bend, and there's forest ahead of you, and there's this dark shape on the path ahead of you, and it goes like kind of like looks like it notices you, and it's like and runs off into the woods. So it does one of those like, oh, and then it runs across again, and you just see like that last something runs across the thing. So it could have been animal for you. It could have been animal. Could have been whatever. But for you, it obviously looked.
Yeah. Yes,
I look
yes.
over.
You look over and look.
I say, have you noticed it's been getting snowier the further we go through here?
Yes. So that's giving you the information, basically, like not just that it's movement, but it looks like something has gone that way, and I break away.
Oh, all right. I get.
That's what I normally do. I take my.
No, I know. I'm like, oh, that's the thing. I get ready.
It's really just because I have to go pee. So I break away, go pee. Zero next breaks away.
All right, there's gonna be a 15-minute break here, everyone.
No.
What if
Tell the story again.
imagine Xernex will just say like, I saw something. I'm going to scout ahead, and he's really just going off. So
Just like, how many
Maybe
times
he's really
does he
embarrassed about it.
see something? Like, this is the 6th time that he's seen something
Hey,
today.
Wild card Carl.
Well, Gargo!
Hey.
Hey, yo!
You're just in time for a bathroom break.
Audio only. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we will still be playing in an hour. We will quit in an hour and 15 minutes. So,
Who's wild card Carl?
he is one of our viewers.
No.
Yep.
Hi, wild
Wait,
card.
What?
We're not done for another
Hour and 15 minutes? 10? Oh, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Sorry, I was on Sunday night time. 2 hours and 15 minutes will be done. So yeah, you'll be able to catch at least an hour of us or more if you come back later. Yes, feel free to come back.
Did you ask me a question?
Nope. I just see you're
Then I
stealing.
give you no answer.
I see you're stealing one of his ginger ales. He told you can't have.
For Rob.
He got it for me.
Rob.
Oh,
He specifically said you could not have it.
No, Dave's lying.
Stop
Cool.
lying.
Thanks
Wiley.
for stopping by.
Canada Dry.
Alright, so anyways, Xernax goes
So
off in the
Xernax goes
woods,
off into the woods.
as he often does.
What do you guys want to do?
Alright, well, I let him know. Obviously, like, Xernax saw something. I noticed a little bit of something, so just be on guard, but we're going to head up the road like normal as if we didn't notice anything.
Yeah, well.
But
Alright.
be prepared.
I'll go up front if you keep an eye on the flanks. Keep that shield up, my lord. I'm gonna get my hammer out. Oh. I'm going to cast.
You gonna cast already?
Well, it
Probably going to
lasts
put Shield of Faith up or something.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Well, I guess I don't know if this is.
It was a rabbit, sir.
Yeah, that would be silly, wouldn't it? Never mind.
Just be on your
Just
guard.
be ready.
And
Yeah, I got my hammer.
We'll switch from a normal, like
So,
going like
Yeah, your
this
normal,
way to
like
this
your normal,
way.
like probably 4 just staggered or whatever. But now you're gonna do him in front with you and Ayaso next to each other, or
I
you
would
want to
say
do a line?
more of like him and I on the left and right flanks, and Ayasa in the middle of
Okay,
us.
so three abreast.
That way, if there's any surprise attack from either side, they're hitting one of us before.
Yeah, so do you have any
Freaking her.
magics that can sense things around here?
And we can pretend in this instance that Mitch's seat is Ayasa, so that's the side of the roads that we're on.
Sorry, Alfred. Thanks for the good time. Do my own thing for a little while and go to bed.
All right. Well,
Have a good
Just
night.
your own thing for a little while, throwing up drinks.
My drink.
Did you put the
no.
camera up before you go?
she does not.
You can go now. Thank you. Come again. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. There's
all.
No, Wildcard Carl was back, but he is gone and he'll be back. So no, she has nothing that can help unless you want her to burn down the forest.
That would find out a lot of things of what's in here, because they can run on the screen and they'll-
Create great distraction and also attraction. So let's not do that.
No,
So
it's terrifying.
when you head off into the woods, are you staying on the charger or are you getting off so you can move around faster? Well, not faster,
Yeah, I
but
was gonna say like
maneuver.
I like to jump off my horse when I go scouting. So
You pick that up and the rest of you continue on at normal pace. So you're heading up. Make another perception check.
you guys are pretending that nothing's up, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's not good. 15.
All right. So you
That's terrible.
you head forward, and you're trying to keep in mind like, okay, it was whatever it was about this far ahead. You get to that point, and you see no, like you're not hearing or seeing anything of where that mysterious figure disappeared to.
Can I track? Why is that investigation?
It is survival.
That's right. Great.
Wilderness tracking is survival.
So I have to track then. 12.
You don't find anything. You guys ride the path, and you try to keep a gauge of the distance of what you thought, but you definitely are beyond the point of whatever it was that was on the path.
I would like to message him that I lost track, so they can make decisions based on that. lost track of the tracks. There is no tracking these tracks. They are trackless tracks. Untrackable.
Do you feel alright still traveling in the woods there?
Yes.
Okay.
Message works both ways, right?
Yes.
Okay, just make sure.
They have a window to
I think it's
reply.
about every like third or fourth. I was just like every third or fourth time. I'm like, can you say something?
Yeah, they have a window to reply.
Because most of the time I message you something and you tell everybody else and we move on. I forget when you ask me, like, can you do that? Okay.
I like to imagine surprises here and actually like, what?
Oh, God. Is that what it sounds like when I do that to people?
Jesus.
That's weird.
No one has ever messaged me back.
That's our Lord.
Massaged me back.
This is ancient email.
It's instant messaging.
New phone. Who this? Did you just message?
It's the melee demon. Remember the melee demon? Do you remember the melee demon?
Yep. That was the thing that delivered your mail. Routed it.
I agreed to move through.
Okay. Are you moving stealthily?
I would like to remain.
Huh?
So I'm going to fall behind, but I can listen.
Stealth.
Keep rolling stuff. Oh, that is a natural 1.
Okay, roll again.
It's a natural 4.
Wow.
Plus 10, 14.
Those boots didn't help you at all. Okay.
They get advantage because of the boots?
You do.
Yeah. Hey. I knew those boots
They
were
seem
quiet.
to dampen your footfalls, steps, your noise.
Too bad I'm not very good at being stealthy.
Right.
I'm like, look how soft these boots are.
You're like,
God damn it.
wow, these are soft.
I feel really quiet in the snow, guys.
All right, you continue forward. You continue on your horses at kind of
We would
trotting pace.
probably slow down a little bit, knowing that he's off.
I would think that we might have discussed that you don't slow down for me.
You've slowed down from doing your
You're not galloping.
like the
but-
charger gallop, and you've slowed down to like just the trot.
So if we haven't talked about it before, if I'm sneaking off the scout, never slow or wait for me. Like, regular. But don't pull your horses back to wait for me to get there. I'll be there.
It is now quite clear that you're well beyond wherever you saw that figure, and you saw no signs. You don't know where it is or what it did.
I'll horse you up.
The people on the path making perception.
No, I'm paying attention.
Ooh. Were you really?
Did it?
Were
Did
you,
it?
Were you thinking?
In a certain direction, I was.
God damn it, dude.
That's a 10.
I feel like we're less observant in this game than we are in real
12.
life. We're like,
You put it up there all cocked like that on purpose?
it was a 7.
I
so
keep putting
what'd you
this
get?
on.
You got a 7.
7. All right.
Plus.
Plus 5.
All right, you guys.
Oh, you get 12.
12. Yeah, it's obvious that you are well beyond wherever you saw that figure, and you've seen no sign of it. Maybe you're just hallucinating things. Maybe it was just a deer sitting on the.
You have been on the path for a while.
Yep.
Maybe it's something that was more afraid of us than it should be, and doesn't want to. Is hiding because it's scared.
Perhaps sometimes I see ghosts.
Does it help that my passive perception is 14?
Does not. That's what I roll against you.
Oh.
If I were to try to stealth around you.
Well, looks clear.
Yep, looks clear.
Trot,
are you-
trot.
How do you see your passive perception? Oh.
It's at the bottom of
I
your.
got it.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. That's pretty good passive perception.
What is it? 15?
16.
16? All right. So are you rejoining the group, or
Yeah.
you guys want to continue?
We could search around for what we saw, or
Yeah, you can go back and try to. All of you search better, or just keep going.
I say that it has not attacked us. We did not attack yet.
These horses do not tire. Let's just gallop.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
We both suggest
it might just be a traveler that didn't like the 4-on-1 odds.
Good. We'll live longer thinking like that.
Keep on keeping on.
All right. So you're continuing on.
Did we suggest the same thing?
We did. And it's very rare, but we did it.
I'm so used to just having a different opinion.
You continue on. When around a bend you come,
Damn, just like that.
just like that. Then you wipe it off and continue. And you see a what looks to be a large group, but this isn't a caravan. This isn't. This is what seems to be a hunting party. It is what seems to be a hunting party. It's not a caravan. It's not commoners. It's not whatever. There's some pretty stout horses with some men that are in furs, large. They've got a couple big crossbows. There's some jangling of traps, metal traps and things like that. And there's a couple big mastiff-like hounds with them.
Have they caught sight of us yet?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Can I stealth off my horse into the woods?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know. Can I?
I got my back banner on.
Is it survival or stealth?
Stealth.
Dick.
With advantage.
Good thing, too.
Good, God damn it. So 24.
All right. So yeah, you just. I mean, because you can. I mean,
Well,
you collapse your
horse,
horse.
I want them to hear the horse.
Yeah,
go,
like
so
you guys are all riding forward, and all of a sudden, like you're just, your horse is a figurine, and you.
Oh, I can
Yeah,
do that. That's
yeah,
right. Yeah.
and you're off into the woods.
Yeah.
So.
What is this, session 42? I still don't know I have a collapsible horse.
And off into the woods you go.
Yep.
He disappears as you guys come around face to face with this group. They seem very rough and Norse-like. Not that might mean much to you as Dragonborn, but they've got just crazy hair, shaved heads on the sides,
And I'm gone. I can't help you.
scars and etches in their eyebrows, and ritualistic scars on them.
Can I still see them as I sneak around?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's just make sure. 'Cause I was like, I can't help them with their human interactions.
So they all kind of look up.
Like, riding his
One
horse.
of them, like one in the front, like actually howls at you, very bandy-esque. Ow! And everyone kind of looks up and like, what? And then a really big one riding his horse kind of steps up. He's got chains off of his horse that go down to two mastiffs that are just like pulling at the chains against the horse, who's just like.
Right.
And he kind of rides up to you. I'm gonna see how much detail you get out of this guy. So make me some perception.
Investigation. Oh, perception.
Is investigation better for you?
Probably not. Investigation. No. But well.
These heavy dice. No.
Oh man. Nope. That's a natural one.
Quit laughing, asshole.
He's a man's a giant.
What is with your guys' dice tonight?
I'm rolling the different
Hey, I
one.
got a 22.
Because it's
Yeah,
bronzy.
you're doing pretty good, except for finding the first thing.
That's true.
We're getting your bad rolls out of the way.
Yeah. So what you get?
Because that's how that
Well,
works.
Oh my god!
22.
Oh my god! All right. Okay.
It's so bad.
Yep,
It's so
you
bad
guys-
when the GM's like, oh my god! Like, damn it.
You guys,
I wrote 3 pages of description for this guy.
I would just laugh at okay, you guys wanted his extra encounter, and you just walk past everything.
In our defense, we thought that little shadowy thing was the last encounter. We thought we were clear.
So,
Oh, he howls. I'll respond with a hello.
okay. Well, one guy howled. He was on the ground. He's off his horse. And when he howls, it draws attention to the rest of the hunting party. And that big guy rides up on his horse with the two mastiffs.
Oh.
So he's riding up to get you, to greet you.
Yeah.
And he goes, to get you.
Yeah.
He rides up. Like, all there. Hold on now. What
Good
kind of
rear sound. I like it.
horses are those?
I'm not here to translate human.
There are our horses. What kind of horse do you have there? Is that your horse?
I love it. That is the right answer.
Looks right unnatural. What you doing here? You seen anything up the road?
This is a decent Scottish.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We're looking for Neverwinter.
Everyone up here is. You see anything up the road?
Up the road.
Hey, where you came from?
What did we see? Just a giant, I suppose.
Gold out.
A giant?
I'm just like
Rolfrost is stupid. I'm like, no, man, come on, he's helping you out. Do something.
Real friendly one, yeah.
A friendly giant. Hey, they found a friendly giant up there.
He's quite nice. His name is Tarsh. You
Listen,
should meet him. He would like you.
A natural horse is talking to giants. You see anything else?
I look at
pulls
my
his
notes.
book out.
You see.
How about you, eh? How about that one?
There was maybe something back up the road. We looked for it, couldn't find it. So
Can
we
you
kept moving.
Can you show us where?
Oh, I can message that, actually.
Yeah, you can message.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're whispering.
Sorry, I'm trying to whisper. I'm like, soon. They're humans. They want to know who's in charge. You are in charge. Be in charge. Listen how they yell. Yell back.
Can you show us where you've seen this thing?
No, the giant, no, he left after we killed the drop.
I'm climbing a tree. Listen, Saffron.
Gotta find trophy out of it, too. And I pull out the drought banner.
Yo, we've shown ours. Show us yours. No. Like, ask them who they are.
Say, who might you
He's
be?
talking to him because he said he
You
saw
don't know,
something
yeah,
up the
you
road.
don't know. Yeah. I
now he's
can
asking if you
hear.
can
I can
show
hear
him
this guy
where
yelling.
that
He's
is.
being disrespectful. He's trying to figure out who's in charge. He's kind of being an ass. So I'm telling him, because you guys don't have any human experience, that this is posturing. You must say something back. Identify yourself as Lord.
Well, we might
Say
be.
what you're doing, and then order him something else.
We might be able to show you where it was. Why do you ask?
Why does it look? We're on the hunt.
Now order Rolfrost to do something menial.
Damn it! I don't know that I should be listening to you.
You should be listening to
Just
me.
listen to the voices in your head. It's all right.
I'm the only one that has any.
He like
interaction with
whistles
humans.
whistles back to his people. I can't do the super loud whistle. I don't want to do it anyway on camera. But he's like, round up. I think I see something. We can find him. Hi, you take us there.
Sure, roll for us. Lead us back to where we saw this thing.
At once, my lord.
Something menial. Get my horse back out. Well, fuck, I gotta.
So where are you staying in all of this?
I remained in the trees.
Okay. So you're riding back to where you think you saw the thing run off the road. Right? So he rides up next to you. The dogs don't seem happy to have things next to them, crowding them in. They kind of like try to... They even, like, against your obviously not even natural horses, these dogs are trying to assert dominance and, like, nip at their hooves and things.
Yawn your breath.
But now that you're right next to him, you look over and you notice that there's this very feminine piece of jewelry on his saddle horn. Looks like a circlet. Like a silver circlet with some like stones in it, like a tiara almost. Just hanging on his thing. On his saddle horn.
This thing.
His thingy. It's just like on his thingy.
Whenever they get rid of a horse, and there's like a thing you grab it, it's got like a thing on it.
Yeah, there's a
Imagine
tiara.
Jackie from Big Mouth. We're gonna have a thing on the
Oh,
front of your saddle. We lost. Gold
We
up
lost.
there.
Well,
That
Saffron.
was a pretty good impression.
Oh my god.
So like we came to the area
Sleeping at Piggy.
where we saw this thing.
Well, now you're heading back. You're riding with him back to that area.
Okay.
But as you're riding next to him, he comes up.
Wait, we can work with this.
He's just swaggering. These get like for humans. These are the big humans. Like most of these guys are 6 foot plus. 6'2", 6'4".
Yeah.
Furs. Messed up teeth, scars, big crossbows, swords.
Medieval Robert. Oh, sorry. You have a crossbow collection, something like that.
You know about my crossbow collection.
I'm sure Zernax may say something here after this. Since you're saying I noticed this. Well,
If you think Zernax is going to say something afterwards, don't do the opposite of what you think Zernax is going to say. You know him well.
what is that dainty little thing there?
Oh, this is just a slight prize I got off our current hunt.
Oh, are you hunting nobles?
Huh. I wouldn't call her noble, no.
Are you, if you don't mind my asking, I don't mean to be rude, are you bandits?
Bandits.
Oh.
No, we work for her. We hunt. Purely legitimate.
Ask him by what manner he takes a trophy.
By what matter do you take a trophy?
No,
Do you cover his accent?
What matter do you take a trophy?
By what manner?
This interaction alone, some inspirations all
Hey. You
Oh,
meet
me
some
too?
humans. You talk to them. It goes about that well.
By what manner? He rattles the chain of the dogs, and they start barking and nipping at your horse's things more. He grabs a bear trap that's hanging off his side, rattles it, takes his crossbow. Make a perception check.
Everybody.
Just him.
Without perception.
Actually, you can do it too.
Without perception, earlier, were we able to tell how many of them were in their little group?
There's 6.
So there's only 6 of them total.
6 and about 8 dogs.
No.
Man, this thing's really good at rolling 7s.
Why don't you roll one of the other
Yeah,
two?
you know? I'll
What'd you
try
get?
that next.
23.
The crossbow tips on this do not seem like normal steel or iron. When he rattles his crossbow, the tip of it seems a lot shinier. What color are you?
I'm bronze.
Browns. Browns.
A
I thought you were going to say
Yes.
brown. I was like, I thought I was copper.
It's a
Like I picked a metallic color for some reason.
yeah, it seems a lot shinier
Emphasis
than
with the
normal.
brown.
You think it might be silvered or
Or as they call it, salvered.
salvered.
Roll for your ability to say the color of your scales.
Oh, natural one. What color are you? Brown.
Brown.
They're hunters, and then he's got some kind of special tips on these things.
Yeah.
brown.
He's got
Have I read anything?
he's got a tiara, obviously a feminine piece of jewelry of his current prey, and he
Yeah.
has silver tips on his.
I mean, I think I have an idea
Well,
here.
as a hint, I asked Goldoth to ask them how they get trophies, and he
Yes,
showed that he.
Savroth.
I said Goldoth again, didn't I? Savroth, sorry. God, what 1 week? I asked Savroth to ask
Those are
them
both correct.
how they get their trophies. So you heard that, and he shook the chains of his dogs and his traps.
How you get the trophy?
Yeah,
he
yeah.
thought you asked how you
I-
hunt them.
Have I? Does any of this seem like something I might have read in that bestiary of this area?
Make a history.
That's just going to be a straight
Intelligence.
Straight
isn't it?
intelligence.
Yeah, it is.
That's a 3.
That's a 3. Like, no, you don't know.
Raising the bestiary.
Interesting. What the hell? I'll make a comment on it. Yeah, that's unusual metal you have on those. Although I don't know what may be unusual around these parts.
So, that's unusual. Not that I know what unusual is for these parts.
So,
It's unusual to me.
am I to take it you don't hunt for food and whatnot? You seem to hunt objects?
Oh, no. Everything I wear, I kill. He touches his furs.
And then he kills it because he's worth it.
Get it off.
Just making sure.
So if I may ask then, what sort of animal would have been wearing that
Ooh, the right question.
brownie looking thing?
Ooh.
Say crowny.
A crowny thing. Ooh, the most dangerous
Or
guy.
I know, I let you go
Background
that. Hey, it's a different word. You know, he's not humans.
The most dangerous guy. The ones that wear skins like us
Dangerous game.
instead of furs of animals.
That sounds interesting.
I wish I was not like a good sort of priest cleric right now. I would just be like, you're going.
And
down,
honestly,
bro.
Xernox would think that you've had enough info on him.
So you get back to where you think you saw that thing. What's your plan here?
This is actually quite exciting. I'm kind of curious to see what manner of beast has these sort of things.
Yeah, take a look. We could not find whatever we were looking for.
Can I make
It was
a
around
quick-
here.
What do you want to do?
I think we should fake a trail, lead them astray, and move along in the opposite direction.
It's basically the direction we were already heading.
No. So it ran off into the woods that way from the trail. We could pretend to pick up a trail this way, lead them, and then abandon them and move down the road.
All right. That sounds like a great idea and all, but the dogs pick up the scent of something that was there. So faking a trail at this point,
Dogs.
yeah.
They smell real good.
This smells real good.
I'm still okay with my plan. Take a look. We couldn't find anything. You show
So
us what's up.
one of the youngest one that howled at you, he like jumps down, has a couple of his dogs with him. They sniff around, like, and they kind of go off, and they go off in the direction like exactly the way that person moved, like, and was
They
indecisive.
haven't seen me yet.
No, they haven't seen.
So I'll chase fella.
Unless you're what the dogs are smelling.
So
like.
they moved off the side where that thing like moved off the side, and then it ran the other way. And so like the dogs move that way, and the dogs move that way, and then they start heading off into the woods.
Can I continue to trail?
And they all go. Like they're now on. They've got a trail.
Yes,
You
no,
guys let them do a
alright,
trail,
yeah.
and they're hunting.
Have a
So
good time.
I think we want to follow them.
okay.
Okay, can continue to follow.
What are you doing? You're just following at this point.
At this point, I'm trying to keep pace, but stay distant enough that I remain silent and sneaky. Do I need to roll? Sneaky?
They're going pretty heavy, like riding, but you know they still have to stay behind dogs or catching a scent. So you're going to get quickly left behind if you stay on foot.
Damn it. Charger.
So pull out your charger and go. You guys are off the beaten path with your chargers. They are not made for this. Again, like I said, they don't respond like horses about movement. They move like they tilt slowly. Their handling is very poor. So going through woods with these things, you're much, much slower. Because you're like, horse go this way, horse go that way. That's why they're great for open road travel, but they're
Yeah.
not good for
I'm gonna
combat and or going through woods.
I'm going to stay in Draconic over to Savroth. My lord, what are we doing? Are we following them on their hunt? Are you bored, my lord? Because we can have Iyasa sing or something.
I have a suspicion about these men and their...
Corey?
Perhaps with quintentions.
Their intention. Their purpose in what they hunt. I don't know if they hunt for a noble purpose.
Well, they are human. I mean, I see.
This one's learning.
Well, it is your wish that we will pursue. Should
Also, I am curious as to what we did see earlier, and
okay, yeah, let's go hunting then.
let's see what we might encounter on here. If these guys hunt, That's worse than hunt.
I'm not here for this conversation.
Yep. All right. So you follow them as best you can. You all fall behind. You can hook back up with them because they're so far behind the hunters. But eventually, like the sounds of like the yipping and howling, just the normal running and hunting sounds change to growling and howling as it seems that the dogs have stopped and found prey.
I would skinny that knowledge. It appears they have found what they were looking for.
So you, as you're coming through, you see up ahead in the sparse, almost kind of misty because it's a little bit snowy in here still, forest, that they've seemed to have stopped and are circling a tree. And the dogs have been all let loose, and they're all at the bottom of the tree, yelling and barking up at it, and howling. And everyone's like, oh, yeah! And you hear a couple twangs of crossbow bolts go off.
So,
Twang, tunk, twang, tunk.
well, since they haven't seen me yet, I would put my charger away and do the same thing I do.
Okay, roll.
Because they haven't seen me yet.
Stealth.
It's a natural 20 plus 10 is 30.
Okay. You want
That's
to roll
wow.
You want to roll the advantage on that?
21
Yeah,
plus
stay,
10.
let's stay with 30.
All right. So you sneaky and
Like,
move right up.
That's how these boots work.
You guys can ride up towards this little area around this tree, but you see that there's a figure up in the tree trying to keep the tree between them and as many of these people as possible, but they're riding all around, loading up their crossbows, shooting up into it, whooping and hollering, yelling at this thing. Everyone make me perceptions. See if you can discern quickly what is going on.
Yeah, no. Mitch knows Zernax does not. 9.
20.
Okay, there's a person up in the trees. There seems to be a young girl, female human,
Oh.
possibly half elf. You don't know. You can't get a good look at the shape. It's humanish.
Like
It's
a child?
no, not child. It's just young.
Juvenile?
It's hard to tell for you.
Yeah.
The humans, they all look the same. But you're talking about like 16 to 20
Sure.
in that range. Climbing the tree seems to be a feminine form in black furs.
Does it look like she's missing a tiara?
Interestingly enough,
Tan line.
her hair is silver from like here down, but the roots are coming in black.
Uh-huh.
But you can't tell her race or age.
No, but like it's because you pointed that out, like looking for the tiara thing. I'm just saying, but as you guys,
Sorry.
so there's a person up in a tree being shot at by crossbows by these hunters
Right.
with dogs at the base of it. An adolescent human.
I'm going to interfere now if you're okay with this, my lord. I start riding up.
And you haven't. You're the only one that noticed this first. This information. I just want to state that, like,
So you either have
which
to
is
kick
fine.
her
Like you
ass-
may assume that everyone else has seen what you've seen, or is discerning what you're discerning, and just say what you just said. And that's fine with me.
Right.
Yeah.
So say just do what you're doing.
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you now. And I start riding ahead. And I will, as I'm riding up.
Shield of faith on yourself.
No, find steed.
Ooh.
I'm gonna alter my charger.
Yep. So he reaches down and like the reins of his steed, he like wraps his hand around it and just like announces a name.
It was darn it, I had it written down.
Darn it, I had it written down. That's
a weird
dope
name.
That's a racing horse. Yeah.
This is a weird question. I wanted to say something earlier as we
Darn it!
approached, but I wasn't sure. Can I kind of roll in my natural 20, 30 stealth to like begin climbing a tree and like get
absolutely.
height? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like you could do pretty much anything without being noticed.
Okay.
So use your movement however you want to see fit.
It's
so
not
you
my
wanna climb,
turn.
Yeah,
It's
you can
like,
climb a
that's
tree.
part of my- Cool. All right. So as
Did you
he's
name it?
conjuring steam,
It's Tharundus.
Yeah.
Tharundus.
Tharundus, and his like through the reins. There's this platinum. Like the reins turn platinum, and when they go down to where it would feed into the Onyx Charger, the Onyx Charger's face and head turn into a draconic form, and a platinum horn comes out the front, and the mane, the black, your horses are all
neat.
your horses are all onyx, so the mane actually turns platinum, and the tail and all the fur on the sides, and it actually like the hooves turn to claws. So it becomes a dragon steed of Bahamut.
And I'll pounce up forward. What is the meaning of this?
So you're like up next to the tree where like
I'm like a
between
fallen
the
log,
dogs,
very
like,
majestic. Cool. Yeah.
so the hunters stop, and they kind of like turn towards you. The dogs that are closest to you, it's like, oh, there's something weird behind us, and they stop, but the rest of the dogs are still harrying the tree. But like the hunters were circling, and now they've stopped and have turned towards you, and the big one is coming around from the tree, and like the young one is like reloading his crossbow. He's normally off his horse. His horse is just wandering around. Everyone else stayed on their horse. He's like the young, wants to show how go-getter he is and how bestial. So he jumps off. He was the one that howled. So he's like off his horse. He's like down. He's looking at the for the leader's input, but they're all looking at you. And he goes, "Oh, you're still here.
You're damn right I am. What is why
We
you
don't
hunting?
split our hunts here."
I'm not. That's a child. What is the meaning of this hunt?
A voice from up in the tree says,
I'm a grown up.
Help, they've been hunting me for days, like I was an animal.
Bro,
Are you? I was just gonna say.
Knew it. Are you an animal?
He's sitting there like looking at you, the leader, and he's just like got his like crossbow cradled his arm, and he goes "Plunk," and shoots it, and like "Plunk," hits right next to where that voice is coming from, and he goes, "Hush now, animal."
Do that again, and I'll get you with your own. I'll stab you in the throat with your own crossbow.
Yeah, well, it sounds like
I stumbled and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
I was like,
Intimidation.
Jesus
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
go ahead, roll. Let's see.
All right. Imposing figure.
He is an imposing figure as
Also,
well.
that horse is.
You have a cool ass horse.
Yeah, that
he also
horse
has
is
two mastiffs
fucking awesome.
tied to his horse.
Yeah, but it's a fucking dragon knight. Like, that thing's cool as shit.
No, let's see.
Okay, well, let's find out.
Advantage, right?
I will use an
No.
advantage. Then I just I wasn't going to use an advantage, but I will use it on a natural
Yeah,
one.
yes.
I mean,
He doesn't have any
inspiration.
abilities that give him advantage.
No, yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to do a natural one on that.
Oh, man.
Not to. Okay, I want to just state
No, it's okay.
that there is a reason this guy is not impressed as you think he should
I'm
be.
sure. Yeah.
That's fine. No, we're just being dicks. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, come
You want the? I get it. You want that edge.
Yeah, that's just an
I get
11.
that.
Okay. Yeah. Nope. He just starts cranking, and this is a heavy crossbow, so that's the hand crank in the front. He starts cranking it back, and he's like, "That up there, what you see, little girl? Nah, that's a beast."
She can speak. I think. What sort of people would we be to let this continue on without hearing it out?
Oh, you've never seen beasts that speak?
You're looking at one prick, and I charge.
Oh,
Jesus. That's actually a pretty appropriate response. Like,
Man, I'm not mad at it.
all right. Let's
God
fucking do
damn.
this. Here. This encounter has like spiraled so far from
I did
where
like that.
the
That was
original.
very good. We should
Original
not
intent.
have 3 drinks before we play next time.
I heard you were drinking earlier,
That was a long time.
and you went home to cook dinner and you didn't drink.
No, I went home to cook dinner and I took a nap.
Didn't have a drink while cooking
I
dinner?
did not.
Oh, okay.
No, after dinner until I got
Initiatives.
Okay.
which is why I know what I'm doing now.
You get advantage on this because
Yay.
you're in the middle of a parlay.
All of us? Or
No,
just you?
he does.
Okay.
You keep rolling those ones tonight,
No.
so we're gonna do real good.
It means these are on initiative rolls, you know?
Yeah.
I can't
think
roll
that's just
into
a
the
bit-
double digits.
Well, we're going last.
What's the bonus minus? Oh yeah, 0. Cool.
It's just Dex, right?
Yes.
What's your gnome? Who's going first? Not me.
Not me.
I'm last. What's your initiative? -3. Wait, that's not,
Jesus,
that's not
man.
real initiative, is it?
Well, he's like, all right, I gotta figure out what these guys are gonna do now because that's not who you're supposed to be
Wait, no, he
fighting.
just got done writing that number of people down.
Yeah, it's 6 dudes and 8 dogs.
Oh, well, you didn't say that. Earlier.
Wait, how
I
many?
did. You specifically asked me
you
how
did.
many
It's like,
people.
that's what I was saying. Like now that I've played some Warhammer, I'm like, you guys are forgetting about the dogs. Like everything is horrible. Like it's just terrible.
I just
Dogs are
heard,
nasty.
Well, my first
Warhammer.
All right.
I just heard
42,
6
man.
earlier, and I knew the 2 dogs with the
Yeah, I
big
said there's
guy.
6 people
Roll
and
for
8
initiative.
dogs amongst them.
No, whatever. They're fucking dogs.
All right.
I'm gonna treat him.
Roll for us.
7.
With the advantage,
Mm-hmm. At a 1 and a 5.
your dice are fire. Where'd you get those dice from? Oh, you picked them up from over there.
Yep, I got
The
rid of the
kill
red
team.
ones.
The 2 orange 10-siders?
Oh, those are Galen's. You put them.
Yeah, they were their kill team.
Also,
They're the
those,
kill
are,
team.
those have been removed from play permanently.
Have they?
Those are the Easter
so-
Rock dice. That's what killed us.
7. Huh?
Non-stop.
7.
I know. Isn't
Alright.
that a bummer?
0 next.
12.
7.
8.
No way.
All right.
Are we laughing?
He's just like, all right. You know what?
God damn it.
I'm gonna.
He's in the dying mood.
Look, we're-
Everyone's dead. Just fuck you guys.
It's
You're just dead.
10:30. We're about to get into this combat. This combat's probably gonna take a while.
Take our half break, yeah.
We're gonna take a break. Before we get into this, I don't know like if anyone's watching or anything like that, but yeah, they're about to attack some hunters. We're hunting what appears to be a girl, a young woman up in the trees, and there's 6 hunters with 8 dogs, 8 hunting dogs.
We're gonna get our butts kicked.
No way. We can take out 5-6 dogs before we get hurt. And then we'll get hurt really bad.
Break message.
She's gonna end up being a witch or something.
This is a werewolf.
Oh, God damn it. She's wearing furs. She better not be a werewolf, motherfucker.
I still love that response by Robert though. Have you ever seen a talking beast?
You know, that should, and we all have an inspiration that should rally us. We're like, where are monsters?
big boxes left in my room that we need to get on those shelves.
That's all. I'm saying space underutilized.
Yeah. This is my storage room.
This can literally be a cutoff to an angled bar and lock. So good.
But there's like this and put it up there that if you just want to auction off, you just want trade channel like Facebook general. His bedroom? His bedroom. Yeah, better. You want to help me unpack it?
He's still alive.
Yeah, we're still alive. Get your ducky. Come on. Come on. Get your ducky.
Candy.
No, I'm confused. Come on. Come on. She's like, I'm confused. Come on. Come on.
Take over? Go for it.
Oh. Come on. It's up here.
Be the
Rofrost is our
Rofrost
Rofrost is our dragonborn homosexual paladin.
I am fucking. Role was meant for me, wasn't it?
Sure was. What with you being a dragon?
And a frost.
Yeah.
Of what?
Wait, what?
He's not a frost.
I don't know. He said it. I was just playing along.
Oh, he's not frost?
No.
Oh, no.
He's
He's
browns.
brown.
He's
Browns.
Emphasis on the brown.
Makes it the electric, right?
Come on.
Yeah, I think lightning is.
Lightning
Yeah.
and then frost.
Lightning in a can.
Acid, fire.
Technically, mine referred to as
Alright.
cold, but
She's too good of a dog to be led astray.
All right. So we are back.
Hey,
Starting this combat off. So it is quite obvious from... Oh, you get inspiration for balls and that crazy line.
Yay.
So...
you also have a little button you can
But the
I
chips,
mean, the
are,
chips
so
are so... They're tactile, man.
Yeah, you-
Leave the tactile stuff.
I just wanted to be
I'm gonna see. Look at you,
yeah,
Doug.
plus the
fucked it
red
up.
and white, they match the
API error.
website anyway.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
That's what
So-
happens when I touch electronics. My bad.
You wind... Like, it is obvious to everyone involved that, like, you're about to charge into combat. So...
What's that Yasa's initiative?
They all shoot me.
19.
Hey, she did something. She could do that thing where she leads off with that fun spell.
There it is.
Is that something you want her to do?
Yeah.
She kind of wants to mage armor up.
I guess that makes
I was
sense.
just saying, like, everyone that can armor should armor.
Yeah, she wants to mage armor up. There's
Xernax is in the tree,
like,
like
Fireball would be super fun to open up with, but she's still not convinced that
Xernax feels personal fault at this encounter.
because you keep running off from the group.
I'm like, I will hide. No, I should have interacted.
I am the most social here,
I know,
but I'm also the most antisocial.
What an enigma.
I'm really good with my mouth and also my feet. Not in that order.
Nope, she's casting mage armor. She turned into
Put it in her
a
mouth.
pretty stained glass window.
Is that where you going with that? Yeah.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Hey, we can have an aside. That's okay. I message you. You get my joke? Yes?
Yeah.
Look
It
it
was
up.
really fun.
Just hear you out loud. Yeah! Like, you can just think. It's too late.
I can what?
So
You should go around back. Like, damn it. Just
Zero
think. Just think.
Am I really next?
Xernax.
Sorry.
Alright,
So
so...
now, did you forget your own name?
You looked at me, so I was so sure that
I looked over. I'm like, It's an X.
Don't
I look
want
at
to
you.
give myself away yet.
Hold your action.
I'm gonna grease around the tree. Will that give me away? Can people tell where I'm casting from? No, so let's grease around the tree.
Around your tree.
Like
No, around the tree where the
the woman is in.
because
Make it
they're
slip off the
underneath it,
tree.
right? Are they
The
surrounding
dogs are the
tree?
ones that are like scrambling up the tree.
Yeah, so it's
That's
grease that
fine.
shit.
Okay, so
Oh, that's gonna look so cute. All these dogs do like they're on tile.
I thought you meant like your tree that you're in. I was
Yeah,
like,
then grease my tree so I can get down real quick.
yeah, like a fireman's pole.
Like, what's your point here?
Okay.
Get down at record speed.
Those, the dogs just like two of the dogs had turned off because he appeared behind them, but the other 6 dogs are just like at the bottom of the tree, like, "Arr," and all of a sudden they're like, "La, la, la," like they're all just on their backs
So they
and
would
hind
be
legs in the
very
air, and like,
easy to take out first if you want to prove a point about how strong we are.
okay. So Xeranex, Savroth, it's you and everything else before
Yay!
he goes. The guy that initiated the combat. He's like, ah! And everyone's like, ow, he's
Stumble.
coming at us.
He falls off his horse.
It's obvious he's coming after everyone. Yeah, but it looks like everyone's like, whoa.
Okay,
You almost beat them. Or you almost tied them.
Oh wow.
They got an 8.
Ha!
And you got a 7.
That's funny. It's okay.
Which I'm telegraphing my charge!
Yeah, I mean, I did do that.
I did do that. Oh, God.
It's all like rough to me. Rough. Just the way your mother likes it.
The Roman numeral 5. That's correct. What did you wager? Your mother.
That is technically correct. Roman
numeral
5 is...
and still hurtful or something like that.
So what are you doing?
Roman numeral 5.
I could do a. I know we've gone over this before. I could
Spiritual
do a
weapon?
cantrip and a bonus action spell in the same turn, correct?
Correct. You can do 2 spells in the turn. One is your main action, one is a bonus action, as long as one of those 2 spells is a cantrip.
Okay.
Nice. I like it.
Well, then I'm going to use my thaumaturgy to just create harmless tremors.
Extra. It's greasy and shaky.
Greasy and shaky. Okay, and?
And then I'm going
She
to
falls out of the tree.
shield of faith myself.
See our target fall out of the tree. She's like,
Okay, so...
the tree is really...
I can't run away!
Here's where I die.
The tree is greasy, it's shaking. She's like, this is not helping. It's always good. Deep breath. I did ask for this encounter, by the way. So I did ask for this encounter, but I think this is the wrong encounter.
This was the completely... There's 3 ways to go about this, and you failed the first 2.
We could have just not followed them.
Or there's another way
Yeah,
to completely gone.
I chased that girl
No,
to begin
it was
with.
fine.
I
You just couldn't find her.
Yeah.
She did well.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, natural 2.
Yeah, you got an 11. She got a 14
Let's
to
fucking
hide.
fight like she hides. I'm about to get shot by 6 crossbows.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's the dogs all fell over. The ground is trembling. The gold one just turned into a stained glass window. A platinum, aura just appeared around this one. So they're and don't know what's going on.
Are we
so they're not
intimidating?
So much stuff just happened so quickly because you're like, I'm charging, and your entire group backed you up.
Critic.
that they are losing their action.
Wow.
So all the dogs lost their action because they fell.
Excellent.
And everyone else just doesn't know what to do because there's so much stuff going on.
I love you, Grease.
So go ahead
all the
and
time.
do your attack if that's what you're still doing. Everyone else is going to beat you to the punch. So if you want to play something else off of this, You started to, do the charge and wind up, but you can do something else if you'd like.
Just do it.
Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just
Do it. Do it.
do it.
Hey,
Do it.
what's a old fighting thing? Like if you knock the biggest baddest one down, like the others will probably be like.
First off, it's a person
Yeah,
thing.
except I don't have my
No,
hammer
it's a big fight.
glowing. I don't have my hammer glowing. It's a big problem.
You're on
You have
a
initiative.
dragon steed.
Yeah, you have fucking initiative.
What's the point
yeah.
of bringing out that steed?
And you have inspiration. You can basically describe a ridiculous leading attack and let's see if it works.
No, I know. I'm going to attack him. I'm just like, oh man, I wish I had
I think
turned that
you
on
think
while I was
glory.
talking with him.
No!
I say.
Alright.
Bonus action.
I'm having trouble separating those two things for some reason.
Every game now has the meta currency. This used to not be a thing in gaming. Like giving you this point, it was always the dice and
Some big
just
bad hero
manipulating.
dice.
Yeah, but
it's
now it's like
glory,
every game has
yeah.
this, and every game has different things to use it for. And some games have multiple, like Wrath and Glory.
Yeah, it's-
The Eclipse Phase. Eclipse Phase has like 6 of them now. It's
dude,
fucking annoying.
every single time I play Warhammer, I roll shitty and I'm like, I'm gonna spend my wrath. Like, you can't re-roll a 1. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
I
It's always on
crit
one.
failed. I'm going to reroll my failures. It doesn't cancel the crit fail. Never
we were playing
mind.
for like 6 weeks and I'm like, re-roll crit failure? No.
Sounds like
Re-roll
a
crit
Rex.
failure.
Yeah, you can't. It doesn't matter. You can reroll the roll, but that crit failure still exists.
Can you again? No. How about now? No.
As I'm charging, I use my bonus action for Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
Charge with thunderous.
And that thing is...
Lightning courses through that.
Sure
The
does.
hammer.
Yeah. And I say,
We're in it now,
let's
boys.
get him, Thorndus.
Thorundus.
Thorndus! And...
That's fairly impressive. That's better than your last 9 rolls.
He has
Yeah,
good pluses
okay.
to this attack. So
Yeah,
I
think
do.
it's like 12, I think.
This
No,
guy's
that's when my
hide
hand is
armor.
glowing.
Oh, that's right.
So my attack... Where is all this? It's so weird because I'm not used to seeing it like this. Abilities, actions. Here we go.
10 or 11.
That's going to be a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
That's
Oh, good.
Your second
Okay.
attack?
Oh yeah, my second attack.
Still
That's
good.
going to be a 17.
Yeah, that hits. He's in hide. Hide
Oh, yeah.
armor.
He might be super dexterous. Who knows?
He is pretty dexterous. I mean, he's a
Oh.
hunter.
Yeah.
He's like,
When you said that right now, I
fuck.
thought you said this guy has high armor.
Are you attacking
No,
the lead guy?
hide.
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost like a
Hide.
high
What?
AC.
I was asking if he was attacking the lead guy. And
Yeah.
He's like, yes. And so he's literally devastating this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just a
All right, go for it.
All right.
Roll
Okay,
two
there's going to be quite a bit of things here.
Here's some extra 6s if you need them.
I would like these for my hammer. And the Thunder Smite does.
Do you want a copper one? I'm just kidding. They're bad luck. Don't do it.
Are all those there, by the way? I dropped one
They are all here, yes.
when I was moving the table out for Kill Team.
The set's 8, right?
And it's just it.
The sets are 6 or 8 or 9. It all depends.
Oh, 7 dice. In
It should have.
It looks fine.
It should have a D4,
I
a
have
D6,
4,
a D8,
10,
2 D10s,
2 D10s, a
a
12,
D12, and a D20.
6, 8, and 20. Yeah, so I got it. Yeah, it's good. We're looking good.
First attack.
6, 8.
Yeah, it's the same number as that. Those fucking cursed dice. Why are these things still here? I need to take them home and throw them away.
And
That's
handle
better.
them.
10 to 16 damage for the first hit. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 20 damage for the first hit.
Oof.
And then the second
On a
one.
human in
How's he
leather.
looking after that first hit? Is he liking it? Is he
No,
feeling
no,
good?
he's not liking it.
Okay.
Perfect. I love when I get cleft in the chin. It's
Let's get
great.
one spell slot. For
Really?
His hammer is.
Eh?
All right.
Well, I don't know.
Why not?
Does it take an action to do that? Or no, it's your just channel divinity, right?
Yeah, I just spent a spell slot.
Fucking liquefy this guy. Ooh. those are- I don't
none
know.
of those are
Those are
rerolls.
threes.
Yeah. 6.
11, 15.
Yeah, 15 plus 4 for 19 on the second hit.
So you just
God.
did 39.
39.
damage. This guy.
Now your horse.
Yeah, he is going to.
It's a combatant now.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Horse doesn't do so great. 8 plus. I don't know what's.
You have it on there. I gave you the stats somewhere.
Oh, you did?
What does a horse get?
It might be in your equipment. I wrote it all down. I don't know. I gave you the stats somewhere.
Was it as in the Onyx Charger?
No, it might be under the Onyx Charger.
Warhorse.
Yeah.
We have details on this. Let's see.
Yeah, so it's... oh, no. I don't have the same thing you do. So. It's not under Onyx Charger.
Is it not on there?
It doesn't give the details on it. Warhorse, though. It counts as a warhorse.
It does count as a warhorse. Should be in the back there.
Yeah.
Multiple books. I like it. I almost got one of these. I almost got a Kill Team book, too.
I'll be sure to write this stuff down.
Investing in a player's handbook, like, we're going to be playing D&D. That's just a core game. So investing in a player's handbook is always a good idea.
All right. Here
It'll
is
never
animals. Animals, warhorse.
I get it.
Tack.
My rich book is like...
Tax
torn
plus
up in the
4.
corners.
So that is that's a 12.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
How many attacks does
Oh,
it get?
we're getting some talking going on.
Ooh.
Gonna.
Just one. Oh, trampling charge. Choose a creature for hitting it.
Serve to the left if you'd be so kind to answer a question. Sir, to the left. That's Dayton? This guy? Boop, boop, boop. Sir, to the left, if you'd be so kind to answer a question. Do you have a mirror in your pocket because I can see myself in your pants? Unless it means me. I don't know that if you're talking about all the way left as in me, but...
Either way, it's a mirror.
Gun and floor mat. I am definitely carrying a mirror in my pocket. That is... It's actually this shiny can.
See myself.
You know, it's like there was a day that the first time Brandon got on the stream, and he's like, "I'm not sure what's going on here, but Mitch's voice is great." And you read it out loud, and I was like, "I've been confident in my voice a couple times." And you're like, "Oh, it's Brandon talking." I'm like,
No.
that was a real compliment.
Did it have an extra attack? Or
No. It does have a special ability, but it's only if he hits on the first attack.
Which was that?
Yeah.
So yeah, he missed.
Yeah.
Dayton. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Right there.
Well, you can see it down there.
I know.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
Damn it.
Get him.
Oh,
Get him.
you had it good earlier.
I know. I was like, I'm so good at this. Damn it.
We were killing ants
Don't
with it
stroke
earlier.
this guy's ego, and do not stroke anything else on
We
him
were killing
either.
the ants in his pants with the thing.
So yeah, he don't stroke that.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-mm. You don't want that on your hands.
I thought my DG made it a joke, but it didn't. Just made it sexy.
So we figure out what the steed did over there.
Nothing. It did nothing.
So-
So
2 strikes.
2 strikes doing damn near 40 damage in one charge. He comes flying off of his steed.
Oh, it makes a big boom sound.
Oh, that's right. It does, and it does knockback.
knockbacks.
Yeah. So he goes flying off his steed. The horse just falls to the ground. Like the horse is, this big Clydesdale-looking horse. And you came up. Your horse slammed into it. You slammed into the hunter on the back of it with a thunderous smite. That guy goes flying, and the horse just hits the ground like you just knocked over a toddler and just down on the ground.
And non-lethal.
Also, is that Mindy?
Is that Mindy? Gun and floor mat? Oh.
I didn't know the name.
Mindy,
What is the name?
gun and floor mat. Sir, in the middle, if you would be so kind, answer a question.
I just kind of hope it's Mindy now. Oh, a guy in the middle? Oh, boy.
Would you like to play house?
No.
You can be a door so I can slam you.
Sorry. Locked tight.
Oh, ow. Ouchie.
Anyway.
So you knock, that guy goes flying, the horse slams to the ground.
So I'm not
Everything
really sure
is
if it's
terrible.
not Mindy yet or not.
Yeah, you're still not sure if it's Mindy or not.
Gun floor.
So
I call out, can we talk?
like you were talking. You decided to stop talking.
Yeah, we're fighting these guys now. You should not.
Oh, I did, yeah. that's
You
right.
decided that,
You're
like,
right.
we're talking, but now I'm attacking. Do you want to talk some more?
Yeah.
Continue
sick.
parlay.
Um,
Continue parlay.
I withdraw that.
Withdraw that stick.
Never mind.
Never mind.
I'm gonna keep attacking you.
You guys want to keep...
I mean, you can stop and say, do you give up or something like that, but do you want to talk now? It's a weird way to go.
I will actually...
You've knocked their boss down.
I will. I said,
You've
drop down
incapacitated their
fucking
dogs.
weapons. Yeah, something to that effect, yeah.
All right. Back to the top of the order. 19, Iyasa goes. Now Iyasa's like spitting up her fireball and was like, now you want to talk again? And she's like, oh, what?
Hold action.
Wait, what?
She can hold.
She can. And she will. Ooh, cock block by a ring. It's not a cock ring, though.
It's a cock block ring.
Cock block
That's
ring.
literally what it is. I can't have any cocks anymore.
Sorry.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Before I was married. I don't know if you guys have been married or not, but I could have had as many cocks as I wanted to before I was married. Now I'm married, can I have more cocks? So it's cock block ring.
I mean, if you have a long
Among other things,
conversation
also a
with your
vagina.
wife.
It's also a vagina block ring. It blocks all. Sorry, it's a genitalia block ring. Sorry, fellas. Sorry, ladies.
Does it block boobies though?
Like looking or having? I guess it blocks boobies too.
Yeah, she's holding her action. She doesn't know what to do anymore.
I only
Well, we don't
see
know what's
my
going
wife.
on, you know? I'm just going to murder these people. What if they are hunting an evil creature?
It's me next, right?
It is
I
next.
decided
Yeah.
to attack,
I'm
bro.
Well, they were not gonna, that'd make a display.
Because that was pretty impressive.
That was pretty
I want to see what
impressive.
happens. So
Sir to the right. May I say I like that shirt. It would look even better crumpled on my bedroom floor.
Classic.
It is, jockeys. I bet you've seen your fair share of other men's jockeys crumpled up on your bedroom floor, haven't you, Tinkerbell? I love that one. So good. So good. So you want
horse
some...
shirt, is it? No? All right.
Yeah, you
anyways,
wanna-
so I held my action while we see what kind of damage this has done.
Right.
Sabra.
Shield?
So Ayasa and you both held your action?
Yep.
I'm hidden.
They're so
She's-
confused.
Yeah, like this is intense. Like we're sneaky in support, so you guys decide. If I fire or do anything, I give myself away. And he's made some pretty cool headway.
Protect me.
Protect me here tonight.
I mean, did he actually said something to the guy? Like,
He said, "Drop your weapons." He said to the group, "Drop your weapons."
Not
Do
you.
you have something impressive like prestidigitation or like light or like things like
I
that?
used my
Thaumaturgy,
to make the ground shake.
It's still shaking, and you can have up to 3 effects at the same time. So you can add another thaumaturgy effect on top of the ground shaking right now.
Illuminate yourself. Like make your
Smoke come out of
light
his
behind
mouth or
you.
something.
Yeah, make his horse really evil. That'd be great. The horse is red with smoke now.
Not a fan of V-necks. I feel very Italian.
I always feel uncomfortable with them too. Like this is,
It's not even
this
like-
is showing too much cleavage.
Right, like, and it's not even, it's like, I don't care when I'm just sitting here, but the moment I see it, I'm like, oh god, like, what am I doing?
Is
What life choices am I making?
like a
Let's
mixologist.
say a V-neck's perfect with an over or something. So like a hoodie or like
Or
a
like,
jacket.
even if I had another, like, an undershirt, if it was layered.
Don't do that.
I
It
could do that.
should. It's there on purpose. It's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to look like
An unbuttoned
like an
shirt or
unbuttoned
whatever.
shirt.
Like,
So you have a jacket on, you have a hoodie on. It's perfect. It's just lighter. That's the point of a V-neck. It's to give the dress shirt appearance. underneath the jacket.
DM, are you an archaeologist? Because I need a bone inspected. So
funny, we have
funny,
one of
we
those.
actually have an archaeologist in the house.
He's
He's right there, and he would say that archaeologists aren't paleontologists. They don't deal with bones.
I feel like that.
Oh no, we do.
They deal with
I feel like
bones,
that-
but
I feel
not like
that seals the nail
everyone
on top,
else
and that's-
thinks.
That's definitely Mindy.
Yeah,
No, we do with real bones.
yeah, real people bones, dinosaur bones.
Not those fake
gotta
dinosaur
watch
bones
this
the government
episode.
slams
She's
on
Hold
the
on,
ground.
This is
take
boring.
over and give a lecture.
No,
Jeez.
all right.
I'm gonna
So,
castrate him next
back
time. I
in.
see
Back to combat.
Back to this. But we actually,
Harry, make
you were very close. There's 5 people in this household, and one of them is an archaeologist. He's the only one that's not on this screen. You're so close to
In the
getting
house,
that.
not the household. We don't.
Are you an archaeologist? And the guy goes, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm a paleontologist.
All right. Well, it's a favorite of mine. So let's go ahead and make my voice boom. And yell out, "Do you wish to continue to challenge Clan Goldath?"
Yeah.
God damn it, we like continue to have inspiration. That's inspiration.
Yeah, they. I already rolled it last turn with him, so there's no more breaking their morale. They run.
Excellent.
So all of the hunters, besides the one that you knocked off
And
the
their
horse,
dogs.
yeah, the dog
Trying to run away. Grease.
like they all.
It's like Benny Hill.
Everything just scatters into the woods. So even like the big guy, just like he turns and just charges off, grabs his crossbow and charges off. This clearing clears up quick.
Good. Are you okay?
No. And she kind of like crumples and almost falls out of the tree.
Come on.
Come on! So you move underneath her and she falls out of the tree just onto you.
Oh, sorry about the hammer.
Can you roll to catch her?
No, I think he's done enough impressiveness that he can
so
actually
impressive right now. He's like,
I don't want to.
Also, a catch the girl.
I don't want to make him roll and fail this. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Broken neck. Oh.
That's what I was hoping.
Can I aim?
Hmm?
Can I aim? Look, is it? Do that.
Like to start aiming, like going up the bow.
Sure.
Yeah, she might claw my face off right now. We don't
Yeah,
know.
I know. I'm
We don't
scared
know what
now.
she is.
When I do catch her, though, like to do some lay on hands, just you look wounded.
She when you catch her, she feels wounded.
Yeah.
Like you can like.
I'll give her a glowing catch, a very on horseback. I'm like, oh, yeah.
And
It's
like,
like,
she's like,
you see Robert being like, you want to get
and
laid
like
by
so,
hands?
she hits the ground.
Also, I grabbed her by the
To the men behind the camera.
Huh?
Galen. To the man behind the camera, may I ask one last question of the night?
It's sexual.
What's such a nice gunma doing the dirty mind like this? It's a nice...
What?
You ruined it!
Gunma?
How's it spelled?
Gun space M-A. Doing the dirty mind like this.
Even Gunma doesn't
What's
make any
such a
sense.
nice gunma doing the dirty mind like this?
Ask him to rephrase it.
Yeah, is that a typo?
I'd like to phone a
Can we
friend.
ask? What's a nice? Put your head in here so he knows who he's talking to. No, you don't have to.
The only thing I find is a gun license from Massachusetts.
There it is.
What is it?
My autocorrect is done. What's a nice young man doing in a dirty mind like this?
We've all been hit
mine's
on pretty
dirty,
hard.
yeah.
Because their mind is dirty.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
What's you being a nice young man doing in their dirty mind?
Yeah.
I'm an executive
Yeah.
producer for this.
Yeah.
I give all the money.
Yeah.
That's not really an answer
Well,
to the question, but later.
We're back on pay at the moment, so
Right? Wait a minute.
nice. Those are some nice. I like that one.
Yeah.
What's a nice young man doing in
Some
dirty
vodka.
I
mind
like that
like
one, the
this?
first one.
The first one is good. I can see myself in your
Just give that
pants.
to him in the drink.
This is
Yeah.
hey, this is empty, man.
Yeah,
What are you
put
doing?
some vodka in
You
it.
could you put some in this one too?
Yeah,
did you?
it's great. Don't make eye contact.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Executive producer.
this is what executive
Executive
producers do, by the way. They get
The producer. Oh,
Can you
producer.
produce some fucking
Hey,
drinks?
can you give me another Asahi while you're out
No
there?
production credits. No production credits. This fucking guy. Come on.
Very
This
nice,
is what you
very
get
nice
an
gun
archaeology
format.
degree.
Hey.
It's useful.
Don't become an
Right?
archaeologist.
I'm in college full time. I gotta make drinks all goddamn day. Come on, you can do it.
Ah, Jesus.
Yes. Fuck your
The
Asahi.
reality is he's actually only just an anthropologist.
Fuck you, Rob.
I know.
I remember that,
Fuck anthropology, by the way.
Oh.
That's stupid bullshit.
and he said the same thing. And I'm like, anthropology, like it's it's the deduction of how people live based on the stuff left behind. And he's like, yeah, it's complete bullshit. It's all made up. It's as good as philosophy. I'm like, really? Holy shit!
I always say that because my little sister has an anthropology degree.
But then he goes to get his master's in archaeology, and they make you get anthropology degrees. He goes, oh, this is not bullshit. There's real world applications.
I told my sister got her bachelor's in anthropology, she got a master's in theater tech, but when she got her anthropology, she's like, I graduated from college. I'm like, with what?
Yeah. A producer's job is to get hit on. Put me in show business.
Hey, ring-a-ding-ding.
All right, so they all scattered. She fell out of the tree. You caught her. You felt that she was wounded and laid on your hands.
Yeah,
during the catch. Nothing inappropriate. And like she's like, and like you see like as she like kind of uncurls in your arms a little bit because she was kind of like buckled and curled up. That there's a broken off crossbow bolt head that was in her. It's bloodied and it's the silver like one of these people had.
God damn it.
Yeah. I'm going to
silver.
I call out, my lord, you should see this, she's wounded.
Oh, we're too dumb for this encounter.
I have that
I don't know
problem.
that we're too dumb. We're just too
actually.
ignorant to these lands for this encounter.
No, we're too dumb. That's what I mean. Like even
you're learning. You're
learning.
learning.
My boat experience doesn't provide for what's happening right now. I can't help us. It's role playing. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
Nope. Hey, can you bring me my Asahi?
We got one to follow.
Hey.
Whoa! Was that Gun in
Excellent.
Format?
Excellent.
Was that Gun in Format that did that? Thank you, Gun in Format. We love seeing that banner go across.
Huh? Seriously, I'm impressed. I'm new to technology, and I'm really enjoying watching people like subscribe to this and listen to this and watch this. It's fun.
It is cool.
I do. I like how some like I thought I was such the OBS badass when I made this setup. And now I've like added the chat and I added those messages and I'm like, oh, this is really cool.
I mean, we've done this for almost like 2 years at this point. Like, is it 1 year, 2 years?
It's like
about 2 years?
probably 2 years since Rifts, yeah.
Yeah, it's going up on 2 years. That's right, because I was talking to Odell. So yeah, coming up on 2 years for us, like playing together as a group off and on or whatever, and it's just neat to see that other people like this and want to do it. I've wanted to do this for a long time, and it's been fun doing it for the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Started a word of the day calendar for dirty pickup lines. Dirty pickup lines are good.
Yeah, always.
I lost my phone number. Can I have yours?
See, October.
I like my women like I like my golf score. Just over 80 with a slight handicap.
October 26, 2017. That's just a random one back in the day. Anyway,
that's when we started streaming.
Yeah.
Because remember when you used to fall asleep on the couch while we played Rift? That was 2 fucking years ago. That was 2016. This guy,
he still doesn't have my. He still doesn't have my beard.
He's got
yeah, inspiration for him.
Give him a chip. Give him a chip.
Oh damn!
Tip that guy.
Oh, money.
Tip that guy. Tip him.
I don't know if you can link in this channel. I don't know what I have the permissions set to. But if you can, go ahead and promote it if you have that word of the day calendar or whatever it is.
Boo.
What do you want?
Oh, that's what they make that?
He said he has a word of the day calendar for dirty pickup lines.
Yeah, I want a link.
That one's mine.
What do you want?
I'm good.
He's good.
He's got
we're going to toast the Steve.
What?
Oh, toast. He's.
Oh, good.
But he's got drink.
He doesn't play with Steve.
Oh, that's right. Fuck you.
Fair enough.
We're having a quick 4K toast. Sorry.
That's
me.
not mine.
That's me.
Sorry for the interruption, but yeah, in our Warhammer 40K game,
He's all by
Mitch
one
here
person.
playing a loyal guardsman. Of
That's yours. What's this guy drinking? Damn it! That's your drink.
Sorry for the arms that keep appearing magically in the stream.
That was beautiful.
Also, so everyone should know. So we used to play a Rift game that we streamed all the time. That's done. I go to school. I go to work. I have a hard time making it for these games. Well, we also do a 40K game on Sundays. It's not streamed, but we play with somebody in Vegas. And sometimes Galen was in Sierra Vista for a while. It's tough. But we made it happen. And not last night, but Sunday night, I was finally killed off as Imperial Guardsman.
Imperial Guardsman.
And Galen would like
the
to have
longest...
toast
Yeah.
to Steep.
Toast to Steep, the longest running guardsman ever.
Probably. I was going to say, he lived way past his usefulness. I appreciate it.
So, Gun and Format has one question for everyone. He has misplaced his virginity. Do any of us have one that he can borrow?
I don't know.
Me?
He has a kid, and I'm married, so there's proof there.
But you have because you have the you told us you can't no titties, no vaginas, you can't. So that must be
Actually, only Robert can prove that he's had sex.
It's true. Haha.
I think Bandolier has
Of all the people.
I know this guy.
Oh, thanks.
All right, so there's a girl in your arms. She was
We just
punctured
rescued her
by
from,
a silver
Yeah.
crossbow bolt.
I don't want to.
Now you definitely see the hair that is silver. Like her hair was silver, but it's growing in black. Like she had dyed. Like you're not really sure because you don't really deal with hair.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pull that crossbow out, but I called to Savroth.
No, it came
out
Yeah.
when you healed her.
You're seeing it laying
Yeah,
on top.
she was in her, and then you healed her, and it pushed it out of her. So
Yeah, you kind of pulled it out.
Right.
yeah,
All right. Well, I'm sure she's still hurt.
yeah.
Anyway, so
She's still like she's feeling better, but she's still kind of now just curled up in your arms as frightened and coming off the pain.
This is the 4th of July episode all over again, where you're like, this is real easy. Let's do this. We're like, no. 2 sessions.
Let's make this the most complicated thing ever.
Back in. Take forever.
Like you could have gotten a Neverwinter tonight.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, is that too early? Is that
love
too
this
quick?
stuff.
We just smush it.
No, I love it too, but
smash a fucking hunter. Yeah,
but I'm
fuck
like,
that guy.
no, we're
Fuck that guy.
gonna go through all this.
Yeah.
So, all right.
We doing this?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
I'm Martin, man. I can fucking fake Toasty all
So, yeah, she's in your arms. She is in black furs and kind of rugged clothing. She doesn't look... She looks northern. I mean, you don't really have a idea of that, but she looks like...
Black furs are like loafers. They don't get no respect.
She...
I don't know if that's racist.
She's in
This
warm
fucking guy.
northern clothing, and she also looks kind of rugged, like these hunters did. Like,
Right.
you're getting into the Northlands of the Sword Coast.
You know
so
nothing, Jon Snow. Yeah. All right.
she has short, like jaw length black hair or silver black hair.
I look to the others like. Oh. Not ew, but anyway, yeah.
You wouldn't know any of these weird things about humans, and I've never seen a werewolf. Like nothing, none of this looks off at all.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest.
My friend has told me that all streams hate oral sex. Do you want to prove them wrong? This guy's hitting on our stream hard.
Man.
Well, he just
Full-
put something else already.
Full court press.
It's working though. You can't see it on the camera, but I have a raging.
All
erection
streamers
right now.
hate oral sex. Yeah. He just corrected because it's autocorrect. Same thing. Yeah. I know you do.
What
I
is
know.
this?
You'll fuck anything and everything.
It's true. Well, that's how I got a baby.
Huh?
I feel like all streamers hate this guy's streamer name.
Oh.
I don't have my glasses on. I can't read your name from here.
It's Guns and Format.
Guns and format.
Gun and Format.
Oh, that's right.
Gun and form.
Sorry, Mindy.
Oh.
Man, just drunken by just trolling us stream.
That would be fantastic.
Honestly, if that was her, I'd be like,
You win.
dude, you deserve the like
You go home and she'd
$200
be like,
gift I already just bought you.
This is
But
great.
fucking A.
I just can't wait till you go home and she's like, how did Mitch know?
All right.
Yeah. So Ask her.
She's looking up at you,
Ask,
and she looks
what's your name?
don't know.
equally as terrified as.
I'm not scared. I'm just kind of unsure. Like, are you going? Are you
Sacia?
Sacia? My name is Rofrost. I don't know what's going on, but we couldn't stand by and let those men harm me like that.
I thank you, but yes, I thank you. Can you
She thanks you.
get me to safety?
We are not familiar with these lands, I'm afraid, but we can do what we can. We will do whatever we can.
They may have been easily scared off by your magics, but they'll be back.
In greater numbers.
And in greater numbers.
Where would
What's happening?
Where-
I thought we were playing a game.
where would safe be for you?
Oh,
She looks
That's a good question.
She-
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She looks up
Sephiroth
and
is
she's
talking
like-
to an NPC. That's what you're doing. You're
Cheers!
doing it, man. You're role playing.
Alright,
Let's
guys.
make him really super
No,
aggressive about his
I
never
know.
done again.
We fucked that up a little bit, didn't we?
She says,
Surprised me.
well,
In the wolf den.
I'm not sure for how much longer anyone will be safe near me.
Why is that?
For he has stolen my circlet.
Oh, wait. Oh, that circlet that that fellow had that I just knocked down off.
Which is laying on the ground when you knocked his horse over.
You mean this circlet? That one right there. Oh.
And she kind of like jumps
that
off
big.
of you.
This circlet.
Well, he's a
No,
big dude.
No, I'm holding her.
Yeah, like
Oh,
he's a big dude.
This giant circlet!
No,
I was like, this circlet? And I'm like,
So
that's a
he-
big ass circlet.
no, that's a
dude.
big ass,
That's
small ass girl.
big
Actually.
for a walk.
So
like,
he,
what the fuck
yeah,
is
she
that?
like jumps down, scrambles over, and grabs the circlet, and like puts it on her head, and all the black hair turns silver.
Can I sneak attack?
Oh.
You're still aiming off in the distance. You shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth. I mean, yes, you can. Do you want to? She's like,
Zernak just pops up and we're trying to talk
but
to
she's
her.
like, yeah, she puts it on, and like
Oh,
you
look
saw
at what's
where
happening. Like,
the black was growing out of her hair.
let it go.
Just turned silver, just like my hair, like
Hey,
all
just
silver.
turn silver.
We're just
Ah.
like,
So now she has this perfectly silver hair with this silver circlet on top, and it looks like it has a blue
your
stone.
color screens always really take the beauty
I
out
said-
of your hair.
Do they?
They look okay, but the lighting's weird. Like,
Yeah, my hair is just fucking weird.
no, your salt and pepper is super sexy, and I feel like these cameras just don't really
Doesn't
catch
do
it.
it doesn't do it justice at all.
It doesn't. Like,
No,
it's.
it's a shame.
I'm always like, oh, come on, man.
It's the lighting.
I think your light's too bright.
No, it's the background.
I
It's
make a
taking-
note. I make a note that
it's
black hair is
taking the-
dangerous for
It's
humans.
taking the blue out of his
And
I'm sure you're a perfect
It's a
gentleman.
joke.
Don't listen to that guy in the middle. He is drunk.
He's getting there.
well, we are foreigners.
He's also married, and that makes him a little angry.
So we are foreigners from the clan. From the clan.
Cranky baby. So you're foreigners. Sorry.
Yeah, I gesture to my back banner. We are foreigners from the clan Gold across
Well,
the sea.
I can tell.
Well, it seems to be obvious to many.
Damn it, I'm not here. I was like, oh, you know that. I gotta be quiet.
We are on our way to Neverwinter, but again, I'm assuming if things are right now that you have your tiara, you mentioned our Lord Savroth here. Wanted to know, is there a place of safety that we can take you that you know of? Oh, and don't be alarmed. One of us is hiding out in the bushes.
So I was just about to say.
No, yeah, I
now
hope he
that it's
doesn't
done,
say
can I-
that. He doesn't.
Can I slide down now that, like, obviously when everything's fine? Can I rejoin the group?
You have to grease up the tree first to slide down
I
it.
gotta.
You get a grease in it.
I have a free spell.
I
slot.
do.
No.
No, I really do, won't I? I don't want her to think
She's
that's a...
She looks around like, what?
Well, when he says that, obviously I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't appear out of somewhere.
Yeah, you just
I didn't
come down
want her
the
to like
tree
think
and-
you were like one of these hunters after, you know what I mean?
Well, having had experience with humans,
Safety is anywhere that gets me away from those hunters.
We're on our way to Neverwinter.
and what has this crown done for you as far as safety is concerned?
it allows me to control myself.
Oh. Do you know those men?
No, I know them by reputation only. They hunt my kind.
Your kind.
Did they hunt your crown or your uncontrolled self?
It's one in this. Well, the crown means nothing to them. Just the hunt.
So I'm sorry, we're not from the sun. Are you not? You both look like human. Are you not human?
I am human, but I have a condition. I am inflicted with a lycanthropy.
We would be very confused.
Yes.
By that.
Yeah.
So, like,
She explains
I've
to
traveled
you
my ass off and like, no.
the disease of Malak. Lycanthropy.
Yes.
That
The
old
beast
thing.
god.
This happens a lot where I'm like, write that down.
Yeah. Malak is the god of beasts. He is chaotic and vicious. And he inflicts... And she looks at you before she says this. He inflicts mortals with his disease where they change into beasts.
Is it contagious? I just look at my eyes.
It is.
Oh, shit.
And I'm not sure if you are susceptible or not,
What is
having
a beast?
dragon blood in you. What is what?
I'm like, oh, fight me. Like, what is a beast is what I was asking. Like, what is
I am a
beast?
wolf.
Neat.
The circlet gives a boon from Saloon, the goddess of the moon. Gives me
boon from Saloon,
the goddess of the moon.
God, that shit was on stream. Like,
That just happened.
You said
Yeah.
that, yeah.
And, I mean,
Like-
that's what that would be.
Allows
Mitch is
me to
drunk, but I'm
control-
Like, you said boon,
Yeah.
moon, saloon.
Allows me to control my condition, and I use my abilities to protect my people. But these hunters, they do not care. They see me as an abomination.
I know. We know how that can be.
God damn it. Do your people reside nearby?
I have been chased many moons away from my people, but
Would you consider them safe from these hunters?
they do not hunt. They do not hunt mortal men, but they are not above using them for bait. As soon as I can get back to my people, the better. But if you take me to Neverwinter, I can get back from there.
Oh.
But understand that you will be hunted too.
Yeah. I have no fear of these humans.
This is a stress.
Yes, of course, we should absolutely. My lord.
A stress. This is a complication to our mission.
It's a minor hiccup. It's not a it's a complication, but it's a worthy cause. She's going to get killed, and probably they'll kill others on the way. We
We
should
can
absolutely.
save her. We do not need save her people.
We're not going to save her
We're
people.
not trying to save our people.
I mean, unless we can help it. Are they between here and Neverwinter?
That part's your fault.
No, she just
They are
said,
much more north than here.
She just said if we get her to Neverwinter, then she can get back on her own.
Yeah,
Well-
basically, if you can get her away from these hunters
Yeah.
and to Neverwinter, she could lose them.
Yeah.
She'll be able to make her own way back to her people.
She's small and dainty, at least in this form. Like, throw her on Rofrus's, not his dragon steed.
Oh, it's sticking like that until he decides otherwise.
yeah.
Well, in that case,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All of us are like,
she can ride with Rofrus, and let's head.
Absolutely. Don't worry. We can.
It will be a problem.
Well, good thing we have you to help if that happens to come back at us. If
So-
it's I was just to add more. Like if it's okay that I tell her that we have a really important quest.
Sabaroth, don't tell her.
No, I'm not telling her the quest. I'm saying we have a very important quest we're doing, so we can't take you all the way north. But if Neverwinter is good for you,
Frost. Ralph Frost, my best friend, Ralph Frost.
I am
fucking jaw. Oh, God damn it.
I do not wish to.
I'm like, don't do this.
You seem
You're
like
like,
people.
hey, we're on this mission. I'm like, God,
You seem like people
no
of
hair.
importance. I do not want to impede you, but you would be saving my life.
Well, that we shall do. Our people know what it's like to be hunted for terrible perceptions and misunderstandings by fouler people. Well, are you...
Oh. That hit home, didn't it? Yeah. All right.
Drink up, Purdy mouth. God damn it.
That's it.
Nothing like a
Losing
big,
friends
strong
over
man
here.
in charge.
Yeah, it was friend points.
I'm just on this high after that whole...
Guns-
Like, so it's
Guns
like, she
is
can
all
come with
about
as
you
long
right
as we
now.
don't breed. I'm like,
You might want to hook up with guns after this. Find them. Yeah.
Send them a Snapchat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I am glad I have not
are you well?
Snapchat.
Were you wounded at all? What?
I'm glad I did not Snapchat friends with you.
You don't watch my Snapchat videos?
I'm not friend Snapchat.
Snapchat. We need Snapchat. I love Snapchat.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, let's all
Anyway.
trade Snapchat. Just ride this train.
Put him on the fucking video right now. Anyway.
All right.
Sorry.
Well,
So, Savroth, there's been a lot of discussion. Have you made your arbitration?
I would say there's been some not
Made a
miscommunication.
decision?
I'm not sure what was unclear about when I said put her on his fucking
Okay.
dragon
Yeah.
mount. We're
Let's
taking her to
do it.
Neverwinter with
All
us. He only then just agreed with me, but decided to give her all this other random
Information.
information.
I was being polite,
you
saying
put-
we can't take her
It's
you
on
because
put
I
her-
fought the idea.
I was conveying to her your command.
You
We
put
didn't-
her on the horse with him. She's going to know your entire life story by the time you get to Neverwinter.
That's
And
true.
I
This scale right here, this is
Corford seems to be very taken with this being, so she
So-
can ride with him.
So
and
you
we
didn't.
will
I
be on
don't
our
know
merry
how much
way.
of that did he get from what we argued. Like, was that a public argument, or were we like, this is bullshit? Don't do that. Man.
So I am going to assume that you were speaking Draconic during that time.
Certainly.
But so I'm not worried about her hearing it. I want to know that he heard what I said.
Yeah, he heard.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Wait, what'd you say?
Ah! Now, like, I can't help players if they actually heard.
Can we rewind the video for our bosses?
Let me go back to the
God
clips.
damn it.
Yeah, rewind this.
I'm not on board. She has a malady, and she's bringing attention to what we're doing, and not in a positive way. That she was fine on her own. We didn't need to give her any aid, but you guys were like, "Let's do it."
She
I'm
clearly
like,
wasn't fine on her own.
Noble thing to do.
She's super clear. Whatever. It's
And
fine.
she's got a crown.
That was the difference. Was I'm like this. She's clearly
Well,
fine.
yeah,
We even gave her helmet back.
Your
Like,
helmet. You don't even remember it's
circlet,
not a helmet.
Whatever, a crown.
No, your I will say your concerns are
Not important.
valid. No, they are important.
They're important to him. This guy, he's our boss.
Yes.
I love the fact that you're riding, like, you guys are all riding now, and you're just so angry
What I
that,
was
like,
trying to
she's
say.
with you. Like,
Meanwhile, it's like golden, white, platinum
it's
steed.
black
dragon.
and platinum.
Yeah,
Black and platinum dragon
gorgeous.
steed.
Bro.
It's fucking
That's probably
amazing.
part of what I'm mad about.
I think I sent him, like, we found a picture that's almost perfect
Yeah.
for what this thing is.
I'm riding my
It's
charger
fucking
like
amazing.
this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't trust this bitch. Look at this thing.
What is it?
It's just like, where'd that come from?
Wait until he
Jesus
gets it with
Christ.
wings.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. What's the Jesus Christ equivalent from
Bahamut.
For you? Bahamut.
For Bahamut's sake.
If,
we're
like,
converting
and that's only, like, yeah, like, because you've been around these
He's like,
religious
geez,
folks.
I'm like,
so,
Baz.
oh, Boz.
Baz.
So, yeah, you're riding. She's with you. She keeps quiet into herself for the most part.
I tell her my life story.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Tell her about her whole mission, how it started.
No, I keep mission details.
What all her powers are and everything. Just like blabbity blabbity.
Tell my life story.
A barbarian.
Yeah.
There's
I feel like Barbarian's the new, it's the 2018 class. Everyone on
everyone's about
everyone
barbarians
on Reddit
right now.
it's what it is right now. It's singing Barbarian.
Yeah, there was a couple
It's cool.
great puns with who was it I was talking to about the entire? I might have been Galen. It was the entire. You play a musician group that goes around and solves mysteries.
We both of us talk about
Yeah,
that.
it was like you have a couple bards. You have a barbarian who's also a performer with drums.
Yeah,
so he has
you can
war
take the
drums.
entertainer background.
Right. And then you take whatever you have missing, you just fill in with this with entertainer background.
So it was a Reddit thing where they were saying if you have this, you have a perfect party of 4, but everybody plays instruments. You get an additional sneak / performance score. You're like, we're traveling minstrels.
All right, let's shut this
flute.
game
Yeah,
down.
all right,
Let's
let's
play
start
that.
over. Fuck Dragonborn, we're all minstrels.
When the moon rises that night, as you're continuing on during that, she seems a bit distracted from it all. From you conversing with her and communicating with her. And she alerts you, she gets her little word in edgewise that she's been hunted for 2 weeks and she's been without her circlet. So at night, she was forced to change and become a beast. So this is the first time she's gazed upon the moon with her own eyes in weeks.
My horse just turned into this thing. I love it. It's
That's great. Thunderous is its name.
Is she currently wearing her helmet?
yes.
Her helmet.
She's wearing her crown.
But as you guys are stopping and probably deciding if you want to stop for the night, you hear off in the woods a howl that is not a wolf. It sounds like those dogs. So it seems that they have possibly regrouped.
We should ride fast.
Do you want to continue through the night, or do you want to camp?
Our horses don't tire.
Your horses don't tire. You
But
do.
we do.
My lord, I suggest continuing to ride.
Yeah.
If the horses do not tire, we could do well by avoiding more confrontation. He cannot be as impressive again.
It's true. I'm spent. Wait.
He also is like, he cannot be impressive again without rest. We need to recharge our magical energies. Ayasa.
She didn't use any.
She's
She
good.
didn't use any art magic.
She used her mage armor.
She's also the art. She's the antithesis to the argument.
But yeah,
we can
but
or we cannot.
he said you can't be impressive again as a joke, but it's true. You can't be as impressive again. You can't Thunderous Smite again. You can't channel a spell again until you get those powers back.
I will.
So rest
you
or not?
chunked your shit up.
Yeah.
We can run or rest.
I would propose a compromise.
Oh, sorry.
A compromise is when you find a middle ground.
Yeah.
I propose that we keep keep riding for now, but try to find a really good place to hide a camp. Not just let's see if we can find a cave or something.
I'm usually one for rest, but as they approach, they grow closer.
That's the approach. They go closer.
If we sleep, they approach. If we move, they approach. If we stop, they approach. If anything but move occurs, they gain ground.
They're definitely nocturnal hunters, she says.
Oh, they are.
That's when I was sport to them.
Perhaps
They would have
then,
kept me up into that tree until night fell.
Based on Gatorade's assumption, perhaps we could rest in the day.
Yeah, we can ride through the
I
night.
just guessed her name was Gatorade. I don't know.
It's
She said it.
I know, but
it's Sacia.
Oh, Stacy.
It's Sacia.
Stacy.
Sacia.
Stacy.
Caesia. Sacia.
100%.
Just made the name. So I was in the middle of what I was saying and I forgot her name, so it was Gatorade.
Sacia.
That was my.
Gatorade was close though.
Yeah, it was very close.
CC Gatorade. You see where I'm going.
Sacia.
Also, the moon's already out, so it is already dark.
Yes.
Everyone makes fun of me for being like, as they approach, they gain ground. The moon's out, so it's obviously night. Come on, fuck you guys.
I mean, that's an unnecessary thing. The moon can be out during the day. It happens.
Yeah, so you never seen the day moon?
I was making sure.
So that makes his
Flat Earth.
That does make his statement not correct. Then it might not be.
It is night.
Okay.
Yeah, it is night. It has gotten into evening,
Right.
where you would normally stop and rest.
In this instance, I actually somewhat agree with the Rofers down
Hey!
there. We should continue to ride
Outpace
least-
them for one night at least.
at least
That was
until
my suggestion.
I think you all have suggested
No,
it. You just chose to argue.
Rest.
Well,
Get your shit back.
I know. At the same time, we both said like we'll maybe go through the night and rest of the day.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
But you did say it first though. But on the one on the dragon horse. So
That's why, yeah, right.
Look at my horse. My horse
That
is
guy
amazing. Give it a lick. Tastes like dragons.
He's real slowly.
He had never seen that before.
It's pretty good too.
Oh, you
I
said?
just saw it the other day. I was like, what? Raisins. Fucking raisins.
Anyways, let's.
So you push through the night.
Yeah.
Whoa. Isn't that handy?
Probably at a pretty fast pace, I think.
As fast as you can push the chargers on these windy roads. Winding roads.
Where's the wind?
Your horse is fine, but theirs don't. Like I said, like it's like having the worst handling vehicle or horse in a video game. Like I can't turn it. Like these things don't respond or act like animals. They go forward, and you can sway them left and right. They're meant to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to ride ahead. I'll stay with the.
Well, yeah, you guys.
Sabroth.
You guys put some time in over the night. You can definitely hear that they are up and they are on the hunt.
Okay.
They will not be cowed again by your magic butt fuckery.
Oh, yeah.
Fuckery.
They will. You just wait. I let that guy live,
Yeah, you did.
which is probably a mistake, but I didn't know what was going on.
I was gonna say, we didn't know the situation fully. We did all right.
It's hard to
So
see
does
some
something.
guys.
Is he getting another drink?
I don't know what's going on.
His glass is there. Still got stuff in. Hey! Where's that Galen? I don't know.
Maybe he's peeing really slow.
He's probably just peeing really slow.
Yeah, I figured that's probably.
That guy in the middle over there, the Mitch, boop, boop, right down there, he pees really slow.
Just bring it up often.
We're just going to bring it up every time now.
D&D. Satan game.
That was Galen in there, too. Do not like it. Do not like it. Alright, so onward you ride through the night, taking a rest during the day when you think the hunters are down. Altering your schedule, like you guys can push it. Like you guys, sailor, soldiers, priests, like you guys know how to.
Well, I feel like we're trying to keep this girl alive. We're kind of working on her schedule.
And her schedule is the hunter's schedule, which is
we oppose the hunter schedule then.
right, which is short rests, bursts. There's no way that they're not tracking you now. They know all of your scents. You're not obscuring this in any way. There's no really way to. There's There's too many of you, and they've just got it.
Yeah.
Those dogs know you.
We should end this.
We could, but now
But you're
we're
also
tired.
like days away from getting to Neverwinter.
One more day is nothing. We can stop these hunters.
We would put our charge in danger, and the prince or the lord.
But this isn't your fight. You don't have to kill for me. I
That's a
saw
good
you
point.
were reluctant before.
Savrov has the call, as usual. Did you say make a sound? Oh, sorry.
I like how you're telling us to like be quiet about you coming in, like anyone can see you.
And then we all went quiet, and we're like on the stream.
Literally all our faces are like, huh?
Huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
They're like meerkats.
Thank you.
I'd like to continue with the earlier plan. We said we're going to ride basically until day, and then we'll take our rest then.
Agreed.
So let's.
So, like, you take your rest and
So we continue about
but
avoiding the hunters forward.
right,
Yes.
and with your untiring steeds, you're definitely at an advantage. And like, just the constitutions of this group. Like the weakest person here is Iyasa, and hell, any of you can throw her over your horse and have her sleep or rest. But even her, she's pretty dedicated. You know, she's got a will to her.
Yeah, we could push in for.
You'll definitely get ahead of them if you do long travel times with your untiring horses.
We do pay later for this stunt.
Maybe.
Oh man, this has spiraled into such beautiful chaos. All right.
The thief is the only one that's like, we shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
It's usually an indicator that we're
So
doing the right thing.
they have discovered Sacia. Galen.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you start to see more people upon the road here and there, some travelers, caravans setting out. So there's more roads that are coming into this road, branching off from this road, crossroads, this and that. The weather is starting to get cooler. There's more snow, and there's more just straight humidity because, and you know this very well from being around large bodies of water, you're getting closer to a large body of water. You're getting closer to the Swordclip coast.
Good.
And calm down over there, buddy. Wake up.
Like, you're like, man, just getting drunk. This
Oh,
guy
yeah.
can't even hold
It's-
chips in his hands.
So all of y'all. All of y'all.
Hey, we've had a good time. Yeah, we're having a good time. We're having
I'm fine.
a good time.
All right, so
I mean, I'm drinking.
I'm Dre. I'm also fine.
I'm drinking,
Um,
but I'm also fine.
It isn't long before you see Mount Hotenau.
Oh.
Or Hotenau. Or Hutenau, or however the hell you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And Neverwinter. Neverwinter is a pretty crazy looking city because it is like you saw that port city of Cormier, and it was one of the biggest cities you've ever seen. This is a big city. This is a very, very big city, but it looks like it's also ruined. Like it looks like it's like a ruin, like a not habited. There's even chunks of land that are floating in air over top of the city. And as you're coming up over and about to go down, and you get a good view of this, you can see the ocean spreading behind it, the mountain, the castle Neverwinter in the middle, and this, the massive city with all of its walls and everything. And then you start riding down there, and a lot of the towers of the castle and the town itself and the buildings in them just look absolutely ragged and in disrepair. But you're seeing people, you're seeing groups to and fro from the city gates.
Does the non-habitation look like recent damage or disrepair?
It looks like an abandoned city.
Like people have left the areas without damage, and
But-
not just dilapidation.
Like long term. But there's lots of, like, you see streams of people in caravans and all that stuff coming in and out of the gates. So the city is obviously inhabited and active. It just seems weird looking out over the cityscape.
You see it?
What are you looking for?
He dropped his chip.
My chip.
It's right there.
Welcome back, Wildcard.
While you're down there.
Wildcard
time.
Carl.
Hey, welcome back. So, I asked Diamond, does it always look like this?
I've never been here.
Oh.
Sorry. I have never been to this city. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
He's been to Waterdeep. He's been to Baldur's Gate. He's
Not-
never,
but
But I have
never,
seen
Neverwinter.
I have never seen the floating isles of Neverwinter.
Yeah, that's-
the
that's-
edges of the abandoned.
That's something. Have you been to this place, Stacia?
I've.
No. Okay.
Is that not it?
This place,
No, but they should be picked up.
the
Did you
outer,
Thank you guys.
the outer edges look abandoned.
Well, Neverwinter fell for a long time. Only now is a ruler strong enough that people are coming back to it, and it's become a power in the region again.
Oh.
Who is the ruler now?
The ruler is the Lord Neverember.
Never Ember?
Lord Never Ember.
And for how long has he sat the throne?
I couldn't tell you I don't have many dealings with the town, but I know that he has called anyone and everyone to return, or anyone and everyone strong enough or with a craft is able to come back in and take whatever property they wish of the town.
I can say that my lack of information on Neverwinter means that we are far enough away from our own dealings that I know nothing of this place, of who they are. We might be in the right direction.
Good.
Yeah. So, from what you can glean from her and her little explanations, is that Neverwinter has been attacked several times, lost its lords, all this. This new guy, Lord Neverember, has come back. He was apparently a Waterdavian. He was from Waterdeep, a lord of Waterdeep, but he thinks he has claim to the throne of Neverwinter. And he came back, wrested control over it, brought in a mercenary company to secure it, and is now allowing anyone that wants to, that has a trade, that has a craft, or just has the will, can come back in and claim any part of the city that's not, already inhabited, and
So what are we supposed to do with
become a citizen.
information like that?
Well,
You're telling us
I'm
that
just telling you,
No,
it's through her, and just
okay.
to give you information of the city you're going into. This city is just being
curious,
rebuilt.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never been here. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know nothing.
Right.
And you're like, you do know something.
No, I didn't. Not you know something. This is what she's telling you right now.
Okay, cool.
Like in the last bit of travel from that mount where you were coming down and you saw Neverwinter, and now you were coming up to its gates, she has informed you of those specific things. So this is going to be not like a city that you've been in before. This is going to be some rugged, rough territory, even inside of a city.
both of us will jest about him. Imagine, what if could we just claim a part of the city?
I'm gonna have to keep you from arguing with everybody the entire time we're here.
Why is
They're like,
that?
excuse me. Like, oh,
And what? Am I supposed to just let people brush lightly against it?
Brushed lately.
have you
so it
bumped
is-
into me? Yes.
It is late afternoon, not quite dusk. The sky is turning from blue to a darker hue of blue as you're arriving at the gates. And the gates are backed up as like the last people of the day, the caravans and such are trying to get in. And these gates, this is the most eastern gates of the city, and from what you're gathering from what Stacia just told you, and what you're seeing is this is on the outskirts of one of the areas of the city that is still in ruins. Like, even if you get past this gate, you're going to have to go through ruined city before you get to the actual core of the city, which is inhabited and revitalized. But there's a wall here, so they have guards here, and it's a good checkpoint for them. But, you're out in the wilderness, you're going to get through this gate. There's going to be another wilderness of city to go through before you even get to the town, real city.
Can I also take a stab at the outer city age?
Yeah, she can. She's like, the city is ancient. At least as long as our kingdom's been in this realm, probably twice so.
So the outer edges are really, really old.
It is going interestingly tonight, Wildcard. After their last encounter with the Drow, that they're on their way to Neverwinter. They had this off encounter with the Frost Giant and the Drow and the town folk, and they saved them. And I'm like, okay, like the rest of the way to Neverwinter is there. I kind of asked them if they wanted another random encounter, and they said yes. Well, and that's fine. No, that's absolutely fine. I like character building and the decisions it creates on these random off things. But they did it, and they did it in it's not the backwards, not the wrong. It was just the most turned around way they encountered. Their dice rolls dictated they didn't find some key clues at the beginning. They encountered some people and said some things right off the bat. It turned into a combat encounter, which then they diffused really fast. And now they're stuck with this werewolf girl.
I feel like it was we conversationally diffused it, then we battle diffused it. We diffused it twice. We were like, we're cool, we'll be friends. Then we're like, we're not friends. We're like, we're also not friends.
We'll have
everybody ran away.
A little bit of discussion here in a second, but let's get to this. So you're getting up into the city, and it's getting later. There's a lot of people trying to get into the city, just caravans and whatever. So
in names,
huh?
In names.
Oh, hold on. You're not even You're not anywhere near an inn. You're coming into a gate and it's just clogged. There's people coming in. There's people coming out.
Yeah.
And this is an outer checkpoint to an inner part, which is also kind of lawless. So it's just a checkpoint, and you're up there, and there's merchants and farmers and just all these people around you crowded up and waiting their turn to speak to the guards and get into the city. And as you're getting up there, you're waiting around, this and that. You hear a howl and some yips and then some barks, and you know that you can hear the hunters, and they're somewhere off down the road.
Away from the city.
The city. They didn't get ahead of you, but you've gotten clogged up and stopped, and at some point they probably figured where you're going, so they just optimized
somehow
running. I mean, going down the main road to Neverwinter.
I told them they were.
Oh, you told them you were going to Neverwinter. That's right. So they
tells everyone we meet.
So they just optimized chase, long chase instead of burst chase
42.
when they figured they weren't going to catch you. So they went into long haul mode. Right. So they're catching up now.
Oh boy!
You're getting up and you're looking and you see the gates ahead of you, and there's these mercenaries. They all have similar colored armor. They all are wearing the same symbols, the crest of their mercenary guild, and it's kind of what she said. This Neverember just hired a mercenary company to be the town guards, and they're out at this outer checkpoint, and it's kind of shakedownish. The more people grease the wheels with some coin, the less problems they have to go through at this gate, and you see that going on.
We need to expedite
You
this.
also see these two people that are kind of like wandering around the checkpoint in a very weird way. They look nobles. They're in armor.
Ooh, do they... So they can divine through thieves' cant?
You want to try to talk to them in Thieves' Cant? You're not up there yet.
But like, are they moving in a way that I can define?
No.
Okay, sorry.
One of them is armored, but still in very nice outfit, very nice weapons and armor. The other one's in more regal clothing, but it's very utilitarian still. Like these both people are both men, or there's a man and a woman, people of action. But their equipment and gear puts them above everyone else around them.
And they're walking around.
They're walking around the guards and talking and pointing at stuff. And you see one of them even like bark off at one of the mercenaries. And the mercenary is like, but does like still like gets out of the way of the person.
Gotcha. All right.
So there's a dynamic there that these people aren't in charge, but they're not afraid or under these mercenaries.
Okay.
I'm adjusting this. Got it.
So as you're getting up there, you're like, 2-3 carts away from being able to get up in there and start talking and at least engaging these mercenaries to try to get through this. When you hear like some yells, some aspirations behind you, and you're like, what? Like, people like,
Them? Who? What? Those guys?
what's Dragon!
Oh, damn it.
And you turn around and look up, and your buddy, the Red Drake, is barreling down on
Every
you.
time somebody says dragon, I'm like, dragons aren't even here. Is that fucking... God damn it. He's not even a dragon.
Yep, that Drake is coming down. People are panicking and running. Streams
we should
head
panic
out.
and run in to an inn and get a drink.
Oh, you know those things that keep coming right at you. It's coming right at you.
I'm very much ready to destroy this thing.
That's how we're ending tonight's session.
That's fine.
You're at the gates. The hunters are nearby. This dragon is
a dragon
coming down. This Drake is coming down on you. Your old friend the Drake. And the gates of Neverwinter are right there with a mercenary company that are there to defend the gates from attack. Like,
well,
good luck.
I've got it. I know exactly what we're going to do right now, but I have to wait till next week.
Wait until next week. So, sorry, Wildcard. I want to get that out. Any other concepts? All of that would make you sound like a crazy person. As a fellow dungeoneer, it sounds amazing. We have a lycanthrope as a PC in our campaign, and we always make fun of them for smelling like a wet dog. It's a joke we make probably 10 times a session, and it's funny every time because he gets butthurt.
I was just saying, we probably don't know what dogs really smell like. Like wet animal.
No. So the original encounter was going to actually be a warlock on the run that did something wrong. But then I was with Galen, and he's like, I'm like, what kind of names do you like? What should I like? I want to make a name for this person. He's like, oh, I like Latin names. Like, you can do so much with them and mess around with them and make them better. So I went on Fantasy Name Generator, looked up Latin names, not Roman names, not anything else, but Latin names, and it was Sacia Lapunis.
That's
like Lupinus, like lupinus, essentially. I'm like,
that's
like
exactly what it is.
And I'm like,
damn it.
Okay, now it's a werewolf, and what's happening? Like, oh, well, she's being hunted wrongly because she has control over her powers, but they took the thing, and I'm like, so I made that whole thing. But yeah, if you would have found her, like she was hiding not well off the road because she was injured. She rolled a 14. You got a 12 to spot her. That just happens, right? But you didn't stop. Like, no one else tried to go off and find her or look for any things. You guys, all on the road, failed your perceptions to find a manacle that they got on her that she discarded off the side of the road. And then you went to, like, you saw these hunters, and they're all weird and bravado, and these crazy guys, like, crazy eyes, and they howled at you.
Yeah.
And, like, you were, like, doing fine. You're like, oh, no, we had a frost giant, this and that. And he's like, oh, yeah, we saw something on the road, like, just a mile back.
Yeah.
I'll take you right to it. Like, oh, like, it's gonna, all right.
The worst part was, like, the human translators like, I'm going to hide. And I'm like, I don't trust these guys. They're like, I'll make a big old horse. And they're like, what up, fellas? Like,
and then you're almost to the point where, like, oh, we found where the tracks were, and they started chasing it. And you're like, oh, okay,
that's
well.
when the big horse came out, sorry.
You're like, well, okay. Like, that was their hunt. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, all right, well. And it's, if you'd have just, you could have bypassed it all. You could have, like, not seen her go off, not found her, gone to the hunter, said, we haven't seen anything, and then just continued on with your
Better
lives.
that we found her.
Oh, yeah. Way better. No, that's great.
But now...
That's funny how these things play out, you know?
Stress. No, I get it. I'm just like, Clan Goldat doesn't walk away from stress or strife.
The next thing that was supposed to happen in the campaign is the Never Dull Moment, which is another showdown with the Drake at the gates of Neverwinter. And now you also have the Hunters.
Yeah.
Like, but you also have a werewolf. Like,
Fuck that.
you guys have...
We're gonna... Our fight with the Drakes and scare those fucking Hunters off again. We're used to this guy. We're mad at this guy. It's time for some fucking flash. GM, don't listen to our plan.
All right, see you guys later. No, tell me all about your plan, like, so I can...
Ruin it in every possible way.
Well, or I could go,
So I will say...
Thanks for tuning in, Wildcard Carl. If you don't get us next week, we'll be here the week after. And the
We
week
won't
after.
be here the week after. It's Halloween. As usual, I will not be here Halloween.
Is it on a Wednesday?
It's Wednesday the
Weird.
31st.
They screwed us.
So
All right,
I
so-
will be passing out candy, and then I'll be downtown dressed
That's a
as Shane
storm
Cub from
troop-
Firefly.
Jane Cub, yeah. So we will not be here 2 weeks from now, but we will be here next week.
And the week after, then a week after that.
Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for joining. Anything else you guys want to discuss before we go? How much you guys
I need to
messed
think.
up
I want
on?
to think about.
No, there's some good stuff.
Robert
Good stuff tonight.
single, any role playing girls? out there?
Or guys, he's not
Or
that.
guys, yeah, he's not that big.
Come on, Gun. You can.
He's already had a kid. He doesn't need any more. So
No, yeah,
Get
it's
his
true.
stuff.
It's hard to have kids with guys.
Yeah, it's the ultimate protection, right?
it's actually correct. It is difficult to have
To
children.
conceive
other
children
ways.
between two.
Well, on that note,
Yeah, so
we play every Wednesday on Arizona General Mountain Time at 9 p.m. We'll be here next week. We won't be here on the 31st, as I have things to do. But we'll be here the week after that, and the week after that, until we can't do it anymore. So, thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Also, thank you for commenting. We've had a great time with you, and we'll see you next time. Next week.